The NFL's Hall of Fame preseason game between the Panthers and the Cardinals will kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. In other NFL news, the Lions made running back Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in NFL history a day after the Falcons did so with Bijan Robinson. Gibbs' deal edges Robinson's as it breaks down to a 3-year extension worth up to $75.75 million with $51.5 million guaranteed. The Colts and running back Jonathan Taylor agreed to a 2-year extension that could be worth up to $47 million with $39 million guaranteed. Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs missed practice with a groin injury today. In Major League Baseball, the Cubs have won another one. They edged the Blue Jays 3-2 in 11 innings. Brewers topped the Pirates 5-2. Mets outscored the Guardians in Cleveland 13-6, and the Tigers just shut out the Mariners 11-0. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
That's right.
And when I say that, I really believe
I mean it.
Thank you, LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do it.
Thank you, Bill. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Alex, I'm jacked for today. I'm definitely jacked. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Byron Bolaños.
On the planet.
Stugatz.
On the planet.
Rest in peace, Doug Gottlieb.
On the planet.
So stupid.
At least when people are still awake. Sorry about
What
that.
else you gonna count it, Rob? It's the only time you can count it.
I'm always trying to make sure that, we respect
All inclusive?
that. Yes, we're inclusive. Write it down, committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there who can't figure out letters and numbers,
It's not trigonometry.
it's 877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you when you call in, it's tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
There you go. With all that said, always remember.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweet yeah.
Let's go.
Yay.
Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin Washington.
What up? Happy TV theme song. Thursday week is flying by, getting closer to Friday, which means we're getting closer to the weekend, which means we're getting closer to you being in Atlanta, which makes us closer to me being in Atlanta, and we'll have a good time next week. So, hey. Oh, wait. Hold up. With a little bit of...
I got a surprise for you, Alex. During the break, come into the studio.
My application for MLB Bro
There
finally
you
got
go.
looked
It
at.
got approved.
Let's go.
It got approved.
All the
Alex had
tanning
that
paid off.
one drop. Alex had one drop that gets you in, bro.
You know that's right.
That's true.
The one drop rule, you good. You in.
Yeah, so a lot to get going. The Hall of Fame game is in Canton.
Okay, dude, I wasn't ready for that.
Not as if anybody's ready for that. I mean,
you know what I mean, but more or less, the sign that football's coming is more.
Yeah, it's here we are. It's almost mid-August, which is crazy.
Sheesh.
I know. So much stuff is going on.
Jeez, oh, peace, dude. This is too much happening.
All right, I should say this, too. Be sure you check out our YouTube channel and watch us live on YouTube. You can do that right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. That's right. Hit that thumbs up icon. You can comment away. Again, just go check us out on YouTube. We have a channel. Watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. And Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Alex, you saw the video, the one that Kelvin called for, me dancing.
Yeah.
Elijah, I don't know how you found that music. Do we have that for the YouTubians, for people who didn't see that? Did we post it on social anywhere? It was pretty funny.
I don't think so.
I sent it to some friends.
Okay.
They thought it was funny.
No, it was funny.
I know, man. I used to be I could cut a rug. Don't let that video fool you right there.
With your teeth or what?
I don't know. You may cut a rug with some scissors. I don't know if you made the dance moves, bro.
Are you kidding?
You had some. Listen, we read the letters. You had other moves, but them dance moves.
And you know what? I'm not. This is not. I'm not. I'm just. This is real because it fits the conversation we're having. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. I'm not.
I see Rob G's face, and I can't even see him. I already see his face.
I'm not. But I did have a girlfriend who was a great dancer. Seriously, great dancer. We used to go to clubs. She could dance. And her one frustration with me was that I'm not the greatest dancer. And she said to me, and I'll never forget it, I wish you had those moves in the bedroom out on the dance floor. That's what she said to me. And so that always stuck with me. You know what I mean? It always stuck with me because I'm like, what? That's not enough? You still want me to dance too? Okay.
Well, because the dancing part is in public, was our point. Like, we out in these streets, and they don't know about the other
Which one you care about? Being satisfied or other people knowing that I can dance?
Well, I tell you what, I have never wanted to not know you this much in my life. Like, this is
wow.
I can't express to you. Like, you my dog, you my mans. We've been knowing each other for years. This has gone too far.
All you know what? You need to know is that the end is coming. That's the only reason why you're getting to know all this stuff. Does that make sense?
I get that.
Okay.
But
does that make sense?
Send me an early something notice. Okay. Because now I had to go I had nightmares last night.
All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican. Alex is our engineer.
Dang it.
Monty Bolaños is at the anchor desk. She's scarred for life after yesterday. She'll keep us updated
we didn't need to know you like
throughout the program. And, of course,
never heard of him.
Elijah is our social media guru. All right, Rob G. Another one of these terrible quarterback lists came out. And, of course, Jared Goff was on there ahead of some other people that you might not have expected.
Yeah, another segment that starts 9 minutes after the top of the hour.
Don't worry about it. You know what? Go look at the YouTube numbers and go look at the ratings. Be quiet.
I mean, I would love to be in the top 20. That'd be great.
Whatever.
That would make me happy.
Nobody cares about that. Doug Gottlieb was in the top 20.
We care about the 7 people.
Doug Gottlieb. Who's he?
Where is he?
No, he got a good point there, Rob G. Rob Parker got a good point.
I mean, if you're going to base it off of that, go ahead. Go look at those shows that were in the top 20.
Hey, man.
Half of them ain't even on the air anymore.
Sometimes you care about the PDs more than
I don't care about the PDs. I care about the people who actually listen to the show. Go look at our YouTube numbers.
Why you
Go look at our YouTube numbers. You talking about, no, we worried about we started at 8 after. We could have started at 3 after. If you have a bad show, you could start at 7:01 and it would still be a bad show.
You can't start a good show 1 after or 3 after,
No,
Rob?
I'm just saying, a bad show is a bad show. I don't care when you started. 7:01, right on the button. Hey, let's turn the mics on and let's go straight to the show. And guess what? The show is still 4 hours of crap, and it started on time.
That sounded way too specific.
That did. That was very specific.
I was just going to say, I mean, it had timestamps, it had sounds. and Alex, did you sign up for Rob on Rob violence today this Thursday?
I did.
I didn't sign up for Rob on Rob violence.
Okay.
What in the world?
So, yes, but to your original point, the latest installment of the NFL Top 100 was released overnight, and it was ranked 40 through 31. The guy who came in at number 33 overall, Jared Goff. Sounds about right. 33rd best player in the NFL. You know, it's not nothing to cool about. The problem with that is that is 6 spots ahead of Justin Herbert. 11 spots ahead of Joe Burrow. Here's my favorite. 36 spots ahead of Lamar freaking Jackson. Rob Parker, make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And this is typical. You know what? For a long time, Jared Goff, and I know that's your quarterback there, Kelvin.
My quarterback.
But he's overrated. And people keep talking about Jared Goff, this and that, and he's overrated for this reason. I don't care what numbers he puts up. He has not been able to put up the numbers in those big games that you need him to put it up. And that's where, if you're going to hold that to Lamar and some of these other guys, right? And I get it, they're coming off injuries, and maybe that's why they're pushed down. You know what I mean? Pushed down. But Jared Goff, some of the biggest games, and you know this, Kelvin, last year, 2 years ago, right? Was it? No, yeah, because they didn't make the playoffs last year. 2 years ago. That game against Washington at home, 9.5-point favorites, and Jared Goff wet the bed. If he was that quarterback and people really thought he was that dude, he would have never been traded from the Rams. Remember, the Rams had a smoking hot offense when he was there. They actually were averaging like 35 points a game. Come the Super Bowl, they scored 3 points on an 89-yard field goal, and that was it. They were like, okay, he's the weak link. We got to do something else. That's where Matthew Stafford. They took Matthew Stafford, who hadn't even won a playoff game in his career, over Jared Goff, who was a Pro Bowler, who had his offense clicking, one of the top 5 offenses in the history of the NFL. None of it mattered because they didn't think he could get the job done when it mattered most. Last year, if you remember, they played the Minnesota Vikings, Kelvin, against a third-string quarterback, and he threw, 4 picks? He was awful in a game the Lions had to win, if you remember that. That was another one of those moments where Jared Goff turns into Jared Tennis, and he's just no good. And that's why when you look at these lists and people prop him up and they look at some stats and all that, I don't buy into him. I think he's a good quarterback, middle of the road, but I don't think he's an upper echelon quarterback.
Man, he is ranked 33rd. He's ranked, depending on which one you're looking at, about the 8th best quarterback. You did all that talking just to tell me the man is properly rated. Nobody said he's better than Patrick Mahomes or he's better than Josh. I don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson, and I agree with you on that.
It's Lamar and Joe Burrow.
Right, I agree.
How in the world could he be 35 spots ahead of Lamar Jackson?
The 2 lists we've been going off of do it differently. So the tiers one, we just talked yesterday. Who were we on the phone with again? Mike Sando. And he didn't even admit it, like, it's kind of random how we do it. It's history. It's also projecting future, and it's also current. The top 100 is based simply off who had the best year, who was looking good last year. So that one I can get with because it makes sense.
But they didn't even make the playoffs last year. I mean, that's
right.
The other
but they were
part
9-8, and his stats were. If I told you his stats, you would think he was in the MVP race.
No, but
34 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Okay, but
4,500 yards. Anybody else, that is an amazing season for them.
But when did he get the numbers? When the games that mattered, they lost to Minnesota at home, and then they lost to a third string. Go look at the numbers in the 2 biggest games of the year.
Looking at and I'm telling you, the man put up crazy numbers. So he, to me, is properly rated. Jared Goff, what he has done over his career specifically, if you even want to include the Rams, it's more incredible. The man has been to a Super Bowl. The man has been to an NFC Championship game, which we all agree they should have won against the 49ers. Credit the 49ers for taking that game from them. And how long did you cover the Detroit Lions?
20 years.
20 years. And if I told you that you'd have a quarterback who will be 48, 33, and 1. 48, 33, and 1.
What's his record?
That dude has had a very good career.
What's his record in the postseason when it matters the most?
When the record of the postseason when it matters the most, he's 2-2.
Yeah, and the biggest games he hasn't been there.
2-2 in the postseason.
He hasn't been there.
Matthew Stafford didn't even win a game in the postseason.
That game,
Stafford.
That game against Washington is
okay. That game you too.
That's his game. That's his career. That's what they got him for.
That was Dan Campbell's
that's
game.
What they got him
that
for.
was not Jared Goff's game.
Anybody
who watched that game,
what are you talking about? I'm talking about against Washington. No, against Washington.
I thought you saw the 49. I thought you saw
against Washington, where they were 9.5-point favorites.
And I'm not disagreeing. He had a bum game, and every single quarterback in the Hall of Fame has had a bad game.
But that was the game they needed. All they needed to do was win 2 games to get to the Super Bowl. They had the number 1 seed.
They were already in the NFC Championship game the year before. What do you mean, no? That was the game. That was the game.
In the second half of that game, he couldn't get them in the end zone. That was the problem.
Because the receivers dropped the passes that his quarterback, his coach, called up on 4th downs.
I'm not buying that.
Jared Goff is 48-33-1 with the Detroit Lions that you spent 20 years watching.
He's 0-2 when it matters.
He's 2-2 in the postseason.
He's 0-2 when it matters.
2-2 in the postseason.
That's all I care about Jared Goff. 0-2.
It don't matter. That's all you care. The fact is that man has a record nobody would have ever expected with the Lions. He was supposed to be a cast-off, never heard of again when he went to the Lions. 48-33-1, 2-2 in the postseason. That man has had more touchdowns than just about anybody else when you're talking about this.
And that's why the Lions wanted to move. If it wasn't for his contract, there was talk they were going to move off of him after last year, but they couldn't.
And the Lakers talked about moving off of Kobe. If was a fifth, we all be drunk. Only 4 quarterbacks have more 4,500-yard passing seasons than Goff.
Nobody cares about stats.
Drew Brees,
it's about winning.
It's about winning. I thought I just told
it's
you.
About
48, 33-1. You yelling at the moon.
What is the knock on Lamar? He wins 75% of his games, and nobody gives him any respect because of the postseason.
And that's why I said Jared Goff is properly rated.
No, he's not, because he's 36 spots ahead of Lamar Jackson. Ain't
then
no
that's
way.
a Lamar Jackson issue.
How many MVPs does he have? He has none. Jared Goff is a middle of the pack. He is a middle-of-the-pack quarterback.
Is based off of last
those stats
season.
Are empty, and that's why they don't matter.
He ain't better than Lamar Jackson. You know I'll be the first to tell you he ain't better than Lamar Jackson. But you're yelling at Jared Goff. All I'm saying is Jared Goff is properly rated. They have him as the 8th best quarterback, and they have him as 33rd best player.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Is Jared Goff overrated? Is it fair to say he's not a big-time quarterback? Because that's what I'm saying. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. And we want to hear from you. This is a radio show, not a podcast. We value your opinion. That's right. We want to hear from you. This is not some lame former athlete who has nothing to do, who doesn't do any research and does a bad podcast that you can't call into. Call in. 877-99 on Fox. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with Rob and Rob today in the US of A.
Hey, baseball season is in full swing. That's right. And there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. That's right. The Yankees are currently trading at 13% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $780 if they can get the job done in October. Once all their stars are back and healthy again, they're going to be very dangerous, no doubt about it. Look out. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in the live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in or out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use the code ODD, ODD, to get up to $500 in bonus credit when you trade $25. That's code ODD to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Restrictions and eligibility apply. Not available in all states and must be 18 plus. Trading involves significant risk. Consider if it's appropriate for your financial circumstances. Prices and value may differ and some markets may not be active. See Kalshi.com/regulatory for more.
Josh Allen said on a podcast earlier this week that he thinks their time is coming real soon. Take a listen.
Been in the playoffs a lot of times in the last, however many years I've been here now, and just continuing to find ways to learn from it. And I think that's it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes because we haven't gotten it done. But you knock enough at the door, it's going to open at some point, and that's just what we have to keep doing is keep knocking on that door and giving ourselves chances to be in that situation again.
Easier said than done. Does Josh Allen know he plays for the Buffalo Bills? Does he know there was a quarterback named Jim Kelly who was there?
Yeah.
Do you know that they went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years and had the best team in the AFC? And guess what? They came away with this. A donut. Zero. Nada. Nothing. They had great players up and down that roster. Are you kidding? Mm-hmm. It's the reason why I want to take Marv Levy out of the Pro Football Hall of Fame as coach.
Going there to crowbar?
I'm just
take
saying.
Him out? What you mean you could take him out?
But I'm convinced more than ever that they won't get there. That they won't. Josh Allen will be that guy who put up these numbers, won an MVP, and won't get there. I believe that Lamar has a better shot at getting there before Josh Allen. I really do. I saw Josh Allen last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that the Buffalo Bills lost was because of Josh Allen. I know he had 3 touchdowns, 349 yards, but guess what? 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. He cost them at the end of the half. He's a risky player. Takes too many chances. He plays street football. And when he makes a play and that breaks down, it looks great and everybody's all about Josh Allen. But then there are those moments when he doesn't make those plays. And he does what he did against Denver. And it costs his team. I'm convinced he's not going to get there. That the Buffalo Bills window will open and close, and Josh Allen will not be able to get them where they want to. And you can say, oh, they're close. What? Dude, Baltimore's been close. Fumble at the goal line. Mark Andrews dropped a two-point conversion in Buffalo, right in that game.
You still wake up in cold sweats about that.
You have to. That's where I'm on Josh Allen. He can talk all he wants that he's going to get there. I saw Jim Kelly, who was a hell of a quarterback, not be able to win a Super Bowl. Forget about getting there. Couldn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think you're just howling at the moon right now with Josh Allen. Because when you look at some of the guys, what you said, gamblers and people who would throw the ball and risky, dare I say Brett Favre, that's exactly what he was.
How did he win a Super Bowl?
And he got to 2 Super Bowls.
How did he win a Super Bowl?
What do you mean, how did he win?
What? How did he win the Super Bowl? What 2 Super Bowls? I thought he got to 1.
He's been to 2.
What was the other one?
They lost to the who they lose
Who?
to? They lost to. I'll tell you in a minute. Was it not the Patriots? I'll tell you in a moment. But you're looking at a guy and Brett Favre.
I only remember one. I remember the one that they won. Maybe I'm just it skips my mind because they did. What did he do in that game? I don't remember it.
Well, you keep going to the actual game. First, you got to get there. He lost to the Broncos. That's who the Broncos beat.
What year was that?
98.
Okay.
So remember he went back to back.
I have no idea what he did.
They went back to back. They went 97. Then they went 98. They lost by the touchdown. I remember that was the crucial one that when the Broncos scored there in Jim, what's your boy? John Elway. Helicopter joint. But my point is, Brett Favre was known for being a gambler. And he got to 2 Super Bowls back to back. And he won 1.
He won 3 MVPs in a row. Remember that too.
Josh Allen, who knows? He's got a couple. He's got 1 already, and he could have had a couple depending on how it goes. My point is, Eli Manning was a turnover machine. We know that. He got to a couple, and he won them. Matthew Stafford, you don't ever want to even give him credit because you covered him. Matthew Stafford is now a Super Bowl champ. And then you talk about who led the league in interceptions. Sam Ronald McDonald, you like to call him. You know what he just did? He won a Super Bowl. My point is, Josh Allen, you look at guys like Peyton Manning. It took him 8 years, Drew Brees, 8 years to get there and to finally win one. So I think Josh Allen's point is all you can do is be really good year in, year out and hope that your chance comes, that this is the year get it done. the best thing you can do is be ready, be prepared, and be good and get in the postseason because none of us had going into this the Patriots and the daggone Seahawks in the Super Bowl. What's your favorite episode? Because I know you remember like at least 60 of them.
Faster. You know what was crazy though, Kelvin?
Yeah.
I know we got to get to these calls, but what's crazy is even on the Bionic Woman, they had the same, that guy, the boss, he was on both shows, and they were on two different networks. One show was on ABC, one show was on NBC,
checks.
but he was on both. He was on both shows.
Shout out to him getting them checks, boy. Odd couple, Robin Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Professional truck and bus drivers train for thousands of miles, but even the best drivers need more space to maneuver their long vehicle around a tight corner. So hang back. Give them extra room to turn safely. Stay safe. Stay clear. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA. Let's get to it. 877-99 on Fox. Rob and I disagree on Jared Goff. I think he's properly rated. He thinks he's overrated. What say you? Who we got?
Harold in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Harold?
What's up, fellas? Happy TV theme Thursday.
That's right.
That's right.
My man. What's up?
Not much. You guys are hard to call. You guys have gotten too popular. It's like trying to get into Hub Space in Miami now.
Sorry about that. Hey, there are other shows you can not call into, though. I'm just saying.
Oh,
done.
No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Hey, you know, we love to get you when you can. When you can get in. We appreciate you, Harold. Go ahead.
Oh, appreciate you guys. But, yeah, I think Goff is rated just right. He's not really a risk taker. He makes a lot of good, safe throws, but that's why he is where he is. He doesn't take any risks. He needs a run game to get going. He'll get a lot of his stats regular season, but come times that you need to make those risky throws, which is sadly, ironically, why they traded for Matt Stafford.
Thank you.
Who was terrible during that playoff run. He won the championship, by the way.
Yep.
But he at least took those risks. Goff makes the safe throw. If it isn't there, he takes what the defense gives him, and to get to that top-tier level, you got to be able to manipulate the defense, which he doesn't do, and why he's kind of always going to be a safe option, but you're just not going to win with that.
I agree. Safe, but no good. All right, no risk. Gerald in Grand Rapids, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Gerald? How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say you disrespecting Jared Goff. Like, at least he got a Super Bowl appearance. Some of those other guys.
That's nice. That and $2.90 will get you on the subway in New York City.
Don't do that, Rob. Don't do that.
That's why the Rams got rid of him. They didn't trade.
Don't matter.
They got rid of him. They dumped him. Why'd they dump him if he's so great? Tell me.
No, nobody said he's great.
I'm not talking to you.
Rated.
I'm talking to Gerald. Tell me, why was he traded from the Rams?
Tell him.
Tell me, Gerald. Why? Oh, he lost. Gerald, he went mute. He's gone. Afraid. Okay.
Nah, he said what he had to say.
With
you
Joe.
disrespecting Jared Goff. It's what he said, son.
Joe in Spokane. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Hey, not much. Just driving on my way home.
And you said, I got to call into the show because they're yelling at each other.
Yeah, I got to. I got to defend the Motor City Kitties, even though I'm
Talk
a
to
Jets
him.
fan. I think the eye test says everything about Jared Goff. I think he's one of those guys that's always going to fall between 6 and 10. Every season's going to be a little different, but he's going to be upright. He's going to throw the ball. And I think that, Matt Stafford was a good play by the Rams, but hey, I think they could have just made a Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
They made one, and they made one, and guess what? They averaged 35 points during the regular season, and Jared Goff got them 3. Include on an 89-yard field goal. That's all they could muster in the Super Bowl.
Rob,
that's why they got rid of him.
How far are we going to move the goalpost?
He needed a coach that believed in him. I don't think McVay believed in him.
No, they didn't believe in him because they've seen him. They watched the guy. They thought he was the weak link, and that's why they made the trade. That's all I'm saying. You guys,
Rob, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You don't even like Matthew Stafford. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't not like Matthew Stafford and then say this.
I don't like either one. How about that? How's that? I don't like either one. Neither one works for me. Okay? How's that?
Oh boy. I tell you, goalpost moving Parker, that's your new nickname.
No, it ain't.
Get to the Super Bowl is not enough.
Monty,
he didn't even make it to the Super Bowl.
I'm as consistent as a bran muffin. I just want you to know that.
Adam Kaplan on the other side of Monty's award-winning.
He's not coming. He's not there. We moved him to another segment.
Well, I thought we said we had him. Rob G?
No.
Oh,
I'm just giving you the update. I'm in the studio. I know what's going on. Go ahead, Monty.
All right. Hi, guys. Let's start with the NFL. We are so close to having week 1 of the NFL, but we got to start with the Hall of Fame preseason game between the Panthers and the Cardinals. That's going to kick off in about 30 minutes, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Other NFL news, well, the Lions made running back Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in NFL history after the Falcons did so with Bijan Robinson, but Gibbs' deal edges Robinson's as it breaks down to a 3-year extension worth up to $75.75 million with $51.5 million guaranteed. The Colts and running back Jonathan Taylor agreed to a 2-year extension that could be worth up to $47 million with $39 million guaranteed. Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs missed practice today with a groin injury. In the NBA, the Wizards and Anthony Davis have mutually agreed to put off contract extension talks until at least about 20 games into the regular season. This is according to ESPN. When it comes to baseball, a couple games going on right now. The Red Sox and the Braves both have won 7 in a row. They are underway, not playing each other. Red Sox and White Sox scoreless, bottom of the 2nd in Boston. Marlins and Braves in Atlanta scoreless, top of the 2nd inning. While the Phillies lead the Nationals 6-5, top of the 5th inning. The Cubs have won 4 in a row. They edged the Blue Jays 3-2 in 11 innings. The Brewers won another one against the Pirates, coming out on top today 5-2. Mets won another one against the Guardians. 13-6 was the final score, while the Tigers shut out the Mariners 11-0. When it comes to the WNBA, the Aces and the Fever playing right now. Indiana is on top, 25-18 with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. Asia Wilson, she's got 4 points for the Aces. Caitlin Clark, she's got 4 points for Indiana. Back to you guys.
Monty, thank you.
Jess.
Odd couple. Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. And on the way, we got Shekel City a little bit as well. By the way, next hour, we still got a whole lot to get to. Adam Kaplan, we have Shop Talk as well.
We got Kaplan now. We got him.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Talking all that smack.
I'm in the studio. I got it.
And how you get it wrong, you in the studio. Boy,
wow.
Adam, save us because we're about to get at each other right now.
I got a question.
Uh-oh.
I got a question, guys. Wait a minute. Is that Move the Goalpost Parker? Is that who that is?
Yes, it is, Adam.
Kelvin, I literally fell off my chair. I could not believe you. I was like this. That was really good, man. Really good.
Thank you. This is just what I'm dealing with. If you don't make the Super Bowl, you're a nobody. You make the Super Bowl.
I know, dude. I've been on that train with Rob. It's all or nothing.
No. Jared Goff in the biggest games of the year, and that's all I'm talking about. They were 9.5-point favorite. Come on, now just admit it, against Washington, against a rookie quarterback in their own building. They had to win 2 home games to make the Super Bowl. He has 4 interceptions and a fumble in the biggest game of the year.
Yeah,
okay?
the
reason that the Rams traded him, go back and look at the year that they went to the Super Bowl.
I know all about that story.
They averaged 35 points a game that year, and they got 3 in the Super Bowl. And last year, to keep their season alive, they had to beat Minnesota's 3rd-string quarterback, right? On the road, he throws 4 picks in the biggest game of the year. That's the Jared Goff I know.
And the Jared Goff I know is...
All those other numbers don't mean anything to me, Adam.
To you, to Adam. He came to a Lions organization that Rob covered for 20 years, acting like he didn't know how inept they were. He's 48-33-1 as a starter.
He's 0-2 when it matters.
Detroit. He's 2-2 in the playoffs.
0-2 when it matters. Can we hear Adam Kaplan? I don't want to hear you anymore.
No, because all Adam's going to do is talk about, once again, Rob, how right, and he agrees with me. Adam, am I crazy to think he's properly rated? I didn't say he's top 4 or 5. He's properly rated.
Well, hang on a second. Where is he rated? What is his?
He's rated 8th best quarterback, 33rd best player.
He is ahead of Lamar Jackson, 36 spots. He's ahead of Joe Burrow. He's not better than either of those guys.
Now, see, okay. Whose rankings are these? Are these from ESPN or something?
Yes, to give you you have the NFL's top 100. They simply go based off last year. That's all. There's no historical and so we know where Rob and I do agree. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. We know that he's not better than Joe Burrow. It's individual talents, but they obviously had injuries.
Even those guys coming off of injury-plagued years, I would take those guys over.
No, we would take them, but that's how their list is. They only do that. The other list is the quarterback tier from The Athletic, and ESPN also did their top 100, the top quarterbacks and where they ranked. They had him at 8th, so I thought that was properly rated.
See, you have to when you're doing these rankings, you got to put everything in perspective. Okay, what happened last season? Where are they at in their career? Like, if you're going to put Mahomes as the number 1 quarterback, what are you basing that on? He has not played at an MVP level in years.
In 2 years, we argue with Mike Sando
before he got hurt, he wasn't playing well. Like, he's still top 5. I'm not saying he's not.
But he's not the best quarterback.
He's not.
We agree on that.
He's just not. I don't know who he's doing. See, now, if you ask NFL executives, if you like, let's say let's say the three of us are putting together our list, and we have to talk to 32 general managers. They can't vote for their quarterback, okay? You can't do that. Just exclude your guy. If Joe Burrow is not in the top 5, get rid of the list. He doesn't control the ineptness and the not competitive part of their defense. The defense is not competitive. It hasn't been in years. That's not his fault. Just talk about the way he plays. Now, one thing about Lamar is he's one of the best regular season quarterbacks in NFL history. Playoffs, not very good. Are we including playoffs or not?
Right. I don't know what they're including. I really don't.
You have to. If you're grading, if you're guys, any sport, let's exclude MVP. I know it's a regular season award, but if we're just saying, if we're putting together our list of who the best players are, you got to include the playoffs. Have to.
Yes. All right, let's go to Jahmyr Gibbs, who just got a new deal, and they're paying running backs again, I guess.
Finally.
Right? I know.
Thank God.
We thought it was crazy anyway, the idea that football, you need to be able to run the football and get yards and do what you need to do, and I never could figure that out. But anyway, how much more money did they give him? $1.50? I don't.
It's funny because Gibbs waited. Todd Francis' agent's actually really smart. He's top 3 contract agent, and he waited to see what Bijan Robinson got and Jonathan Taylor got. And what's funny is these things usually go like this in mid-March when the extensions get done or guys signed with other teams. But because these got done so late, they waited. I thought France played it really, really smart. And, Gibbs, talk to the Lions, I think they would tell you, as they told me, Gibbs is probably better than they thought he was. They did not know he was as physically strong as he is. They knew how explosive he was. But they didn't know he was as violent as a runner as he would turn out to be and more physical. You don't have to take him out in goal line situations. He's actually a fairly big guy. He's way bigger than you think. And it's been, look, without him, because they got all sorts of problems with their secondary. I was right when I thought they'd drop off last season. I'm not high on them again. I'm sorry. They were my breakout team like 4 or 5 years ago. But
Adam, I'm with you.
I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it with that team. I should see them in a couple weeks. I hope they don't remember me saying this on FSR.
No, but it's true. Last year people were saying I had hate for Detroit because I didn't pick them to make the playoffs. I did.
Can I ask you a question, Rob?
Yep.
I know you and I knew each other from the con, but I never really talked to you about this. The ineptitude, the Matt Millen years, Bob Quinn, you go through all the general managers and how bad they were. Were they insufferable? Were they like, of all the teams in Detroit, the Tigers, when the Pistons fell off, obviously they had a great run.
Right.
And the Red Wings as well. But their ineptitude is one of the worst in NFL history. Was it just terrible to cover that team?
It was easy because as far as
painful because it's like, oh god,
right.
Here we go again.
But it was the same story. Like as a columnist, they were down 21-0 in the first quarter, like almost every week. Like you would already know that they couldn't win the game. It was so bad. Yeah. And Matt was just a terrible general manager, or might be arguably the worst general manager in the history of sports.
That's a little strong.
No, I would put him out there because remember the 0-16 and the other stuff. And the one thing that really got me, and I don't know if you remember this, Adam, is after Matt left, he went to ESPN and started doing college football.
I know Matt. I've watched tape with him. He's an interesting guy.
Right. and I'll never forget this. He says his first college game at the big house, he goes, man, this place is amazing. Or something like, because he hadn't gone there for a game as a Lions general manager.
Remember, he lived at home. Remember, he lived in
Pennsylvania and used to fly out every weekend. So
that was allowed.
So he couldn't go to any college games. Do you know what I'm saying?
You got to be a part of fabric.
That's crazy.
Kelvin, can you believe that? You're running a business.
Right.
And your guy who makes all the decisions is allowed to be home during the week. Like, this is
Adam,
absurd.
this is the thing, right? This is when people like you. Who was it? The Mets manager we were talking about earlier?
Carlos Mendoza.
Carlos Mendoza. When you're just liked and they'll give you grace. They'll find a way.
But it's crazy.
They'll make excuses. Because that doesn't make any – we need you here. We have two big
We need you to go to the big house and watch Michigan State.
I can't believe that. I did not know that story, Rob. Matt's a really good dude. Okay, he was not a good general manager. But how that was allowed by ownership is an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And you saw the results of it.
And those were the results.
I didn't know that he didn't go to a Michigan game. Get out of here. That's ridiculous.
And you know what's crazy about that, Adam, as Rob knows? One thing they took for granted and take for granted is the fans were still showing up. Weren't they, Rob? They were horrible. 0-16. The fans, for some reason, love the Lions way more than they actually deserve. It's the weirdest thing, Adam.
Same with the Browns. Yeah.
I think it's easy to do, and only for this reason, and then we'll let Adam go.
Mm-hmm.
When you only have 8 home games, you're in Cleveland, it's easier to just say, I already bought my tickets. You know what I mean? Here are your options. You could go to church, or you could do the honey-do list from your wife, or you know what I mean? Or you could go to the games with your buddy. Which ones are you? So you're not giving up your tickets. You're not giving up those 8 Sundays.
It's true.
When you can get away. I'm dead serious, and I think that's what the NFL has and why guys don't stop going completely.
And you look at the ratings, guys. It's absolutely insane. Right. You look at the top 10 shows all year. Hello, NFL.
I'm not watching the Hall of Fame game, but it's on. It's watching me today.
It is on. It ain't going to be Hall of Fame worthy right
That's
now.
right.
No,
all right.
I got you. Hey, Adam, appreciate you, man.
Thank
you. We'll
talk
do it
to you
again.
Soon. Thanks, guys. See you.
No doubt. Adam Kaplan there. Always great to talk to him. Shekel City on the way. Plus, they say he was the best, if not second best pitcher. Maybe that ain't the case right now. We'll tell you what we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Sophie Cunningham has kind of been the topic for the last week or so, last couple
Yes,
weeks.
she has, for a number of reasons, right? She went viral with the meme where she's pointing out an opponent. She got a new signature sneaker. And then most recently, she drew a lot of ire when she said in an ESPN feature that she, for lack of a better word, is against the idea of trans women in women's sports. She says her goal is to protect women's sports. And when that happened, it became a huge firestorm. Right? That's been one of the big talking points here. For the last week or so, you had an opposing coach wearing a shirt in support of trans children. And today, Sophie Cunningham met with the media, and she took some umbrage with the way it's being covered. Take a listen.
I think that there's so much good going on in the WNBA. I think that basketball is being at the highest level it's ever been. I think our team in specific, we are breaking history right now with the amount of points that we're scoring on back-to-back games. I think the Minnesota game, there's just so much distraction. I think the WNBA media, all we ever do is cover everything except basketball. And it's like, what are we doing? There's so much. You can talk about other things. I think those are great stories. I think it shows fans, who people are outside of the court. But I also think we got to keep the main thing.
She's not wrong. Listen, we've talked about this quite a few times. The WNBA in and of themselves, I've said, I don't think they were ready for prime time in the sense of once the whole Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese moved up to the WNBA, I think they got caught off guard. Like, oh, shoot, everybody's looking, everybody's watching. We got either new fan base or people who want to hate watch, because that happens too. We all know that. People hate watch things.
You know that. You got a morning show.
That's well, they only get one viewer that's a hate watcher. With you every day. They're like, man, this cable box, and they know your exact address. For some reason, we get so much hate from it. But absolutely, the WNBA, they weren't prepared for that. I think that's a fair statement, that and all that comes with it. And when eyeballs are on you, how are you going to handle crisis? How are you going to handle beefs? How are you going to handle promotion? And I think they dropped the ball a handful of times. We've talked about that. But I do think what I would advise the WNBA, and what Sophie Cunningham might have hit on a little bit, is they're going to have to get ready that this is kind of how sports media is covered, period, right now. Sans for the NFL. The NFL is really the only one, except for maybe playoffs, where we come in on a day-to-day and we'll break down the actual game, right? We'll say, hey, the Rams, Seahawks, Sam Darnold threw interceptions. Man, I love the way the Rams ran the ball, and the defense really locked out. We'll do that. We don't really do that on a day-to-day, even with the NBA. We take those controversial stories. Kevin Durant and the text messages is in the burner accounts. We'll talk about Draymond Green walking off the bench. That's just kind of how things are covered nowadays. We got more sports shows. We got more podcasts. So I think she, and specifically WNBA, is going to have to get ready for that, and that's why it becomes incumbent for them to really make sure they're highlighting their league, highlighting the players, highlighting the good. Because unfortunately, that is how it's handled right now. People come in and they only want to talk about if it's some crazy Caitlin Clark stuff or some crazy Angel Reese stuff, as opposed to Olivia Miles getting buckets and Paige Becker looks great, and all these star players that they have. Asia Wilson dominating again, hitting the 3-ball this year. That isn't what's covered. So they're going to have to do a great job promoting that, and that it starts to maybe trickle down a bit. But that's how sports is right now, the way we cover it on the day. We don't really get into the day-to-day games, even with the NBA. It's usually the bigger stories. What's going on with the Celtics? Can Embiid stay healthy? I don't know. Fat Luka, skinny Luka. We don't necessarily cover it from a day-to-day, game-to-game standpoint, Rob.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that the problem with the WNBA and why you're at where you're at is that the basketball is not compelling enough to talk about it. And I think that is where the issue is. And why people focus in on the other stuff off the court. You brought up a couple things, but I'm talking about the general public. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's compelling enough. I really don't. I know that the attendance is better and up, and ratings are better and up, and a lot of Caitlin Clark still draws massive. That team, massive. When they're playing, they get big ratings. They do, and that helps.
They're the Heatles.
They are. There's no doubt about it.
And her being a part of it helps too, now that she's got a new little claim to fame, Sophie.
But you get my point. And I'm saying I think that's why we are where we are with that league. If you have way more compelling stories, I'm talking about on the court and play, then the other stuff wouldn't be as big. And it just seems, I told you before, it feels like the Real Housewives kind of drama. There's always something. Somebody has to say something. Somebody's offended every day. And if there was really good basketball going on and things that to talk about in that league, I'm not so sure that people would focus so much on the other stuff. Spins a web and he stretches thieves just like flies. Look out, because here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud. He's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there. There goes the Spider-Man. They used to call me Peter Parker when I was in elementary school. Peter.
Wow.
We believe it.
Because you were shooting webs?
Because you were all into the show?
No, because his last name was Parker.
Okay.
Wow. Peter Parker.
Well, it makes sense. And you ended up working in the newspaper business, too. So
Yes.
you followed in his footsteps.
He was a photographer, but Superman was a newspaper reporter. The Green Hornet, he was a newspaper publisher. That was very. It went hand in hand. You know what I mean?
We didn't have many jobs back then. What was we doing? Just one?
No, because the newspapers always looked out for the little man, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
It really was.
Well, things have changed. It's The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Thank you to Adam Kaplan who joined us. We appreciate that as always. By the way, if you missed any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Please follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, provide review. Again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find us there. Rob G will have a best of, a full-length version of it as well. So go get the podcast.
Rob G gets mad at us because if we didn't have any good stuff, he wouldn't have to put together a best of like some shows. He just
so you're saying we're making him work too hard. Rob G, just let me know you want me to Amazon the big oversized boxing gloves so y'all can finally go at it. Just let me know.
That's going to happen.
The best part is y'all both done lost all this weight, so y'all equal weight now. Y'all
Rob
both
G,
over here.
Rob G, after the retirement party in New York, we'll put gloves and we'll fight right after the party.
Let's do it.
Okay? Right after the party. How's that?
Alex, who you got your money on?
Oh, Rob Parker.
Of course. Come on. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I used to.
Rob
You know
G's
what's funny?
mad.
Hey, Rob G, you know what's funny? Back in the day when I first used to do stuff like 8 years ago with Fox Sports Radio, I always thought you were like a little. I always had a little like, dang, Rob G seemed like a little tough, mean guy. You had a little. I don't know. Something seemed mean about you. No, man, you are a big softy.
Yep.
You are a big time dad.
That's
girl.
what happened with a couple of girls and his wife is running the roost.
She running the show.
She's the breadwinner.
Right?
She be telling them what to do. Rob G
cooking 8 nights a week. I mean, I understand it.
That's why I got so much rage pent up, Rob. That's where you're going down.
It is.
you might be right.
Hey, that was actually funny.
Because he'll be looking at me, looking at her, like put her face over mine. And that'll be it.
Oh, I thought you meant him looking at you, looking at her, period. Because you got a folder with all of our girlfriends and wives in it.
No.
Hey, yo, what's up with that, Rob?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I just like to keep people close to me. People that matter.
It's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, how'd you do?
All right, I was 500 last night because I only had 2 bets. So 1-1, 196 and 177. 196, 177.
Getting close.
And tonight I got the Padres -1.5. They're taking on the D-backs. All the other games are played. It's getaway day in Major League Baseball. You know that. A lot of day games on Thursday. And most of the other games are already in action. So one game, Padres -1.5 at the D-backs. And remember, Kelvin, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Hey, we only got a couple seconds here, but Paul Skeens been on a struggle bus.
Rob G, just give us the numbers because they're bad.
It's
Kelvin,
been awful.
His first 2 years, his ERA was under 2 for each of his first 2 years.
Yeah, and it's definitely way over 2 now, guys, especially in the month of July. Arguably the worst stretch of his entire Major League career. ERA hovering around 5. He hasn't hit 100 miles per hour.
Wait a minute, Rob G, you left out chubby.
He's very chubby.
Chubby ERA.
Robust. You like that word too? He hasn't hit 100 miles an hour at all once this entire season.
Crazy.
That's unbelievable.
In the era we live in today where everyone's throwing heat and he can't do it no more, it's looking tough for Paul.
Nope.
And you know what? And he's a great pitcher. We already know that. Remember, he started his rookie year. Started the All-Star game his rookie year. But I'm going to tell you this. When people started saying he's Tom Seaver, he's all these other great pitchers, dude, it tells you about how long you got to pitch to be great, Kelvin, before You crown people. You can't crown people after 2 years, 3 years. You can't.
And we do that every year, Rob. You name the city, you name the team. I can give you 2 to 3 guys that we go, he's an expert, and then he ends up just being a rotational piece. You know? Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
Mike, I know significantly more about dating than sports. I'm very well capable of doing like a relationship show.
Okay, go.
I think early on in a relationship, you need to go to a comedy club with someone.
Okay.
You need to see what she laughs at, because if she doesn't laugh at sophomoric jokes or any type of naughty jokes, you might be. If the comedian tells a naughty joke and she's like, ew,
maybe she's not for you.
Then you might immediately be like, then we're not, if those type of jokes make her go, ugh, then not for me. I think you have to take a girl to teppanyaki, hibachi. And when the hibachi chef goes around and he tries to see if someone wants to catch the little cut up piece of vegetable or the shrimp, if a girl's like, ew, no, I look at that as like, you're not fun enough to be with me.
Wow.
I will disqualify
it's an indicator
her.
of playful, right?
I'm going to call that's a reach. But
It's an indicator of like, she's not fun. I think before you take someone very seriously, you need to see all her friends. Because I made the mistake once of dating a good-looking girl and then seeing like she was a good-looking girl amongst a posse of like models, and I would have chose differently had I seen all her friends first.
That's very shallow.
Always
Congratulations.
see her friends first. You know, people love to be like, marriage and relationships are really hard. I don't think they should be. I've been in hard relationships. If you're with someone that you click the right way, of course you're going to have your little battles and struggles, but I don't think marriage should be hard. I think marriage should be two people that are teammates that are really working towards a goal, and most of the time you get along. If you look at like your day-to-day, like marriage is tough. Why would you want to be in that? I don't think marriage should be hard. Well, I think marriage should be...
If I may.
Yes.
Life is hard enough.
Yeah.
Your marriage should not contribute to that. It should help the hardships that you're going through.
Happy wife, happy life is a terrible phrase. It really is.
It just rhymes. I agree with you.
There's
another one that rhymes.
Happy spouse, happy house. You need to make each other happy and make yourself happy.
Sure.
Because the happy man, that's the plan.
See, now you're selfish the other way.
Fair enough.
But I'm saying, I hate that when some old guy inevitably stands up at a wedding. Could I have the microphone? Uncle Hank? Hey, everyone, I'm here. Just want to give advice to the newlyweds. Hey, Dylan, you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. No, lame. I worry about her happiness, but you got to worry about yours. So
Rich has a sign in his kitchen that says, "Happy dude, make me food, woman."
The Hall of Fame preseason game in the NFL is about to kick off between the Panthers and the Cardinals. While the Lions made running back Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in NFL history. It's a 3-year extension worth up to $75.75 million with $51.5 million guaranteed. The Colts and running back Jonathan Taylor agreed to a 2-year extension that could be worth up to $47 million. In the NBA, ESPN reports that the Wizards and Anthony Davis have mutually agreed to put off contract extension talks until at least about 20 games into the regular season. In Major League Baseball, the Braves have won 7 in a row. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a home run puts them up 2-0 against the Marlins at home. It's the top of the 4th inning. Now they're on a rain delay. The Red Sox have also won 7 in a row, but the White Sox are up on Boston right now 4-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning about to start. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number two.
Here
on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday.
Kelvin!
Here on Fox Sports Radio, and make sure you check out our YouTube channel. That's right. We're on right now. You can watch us. Just search Odd Couple. Sorry about that. Just search Odd Couple.
You all right over there?
FSR on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, that was the tissue I needed. And after that's done, you can do the thumbs up icon. You could comment away, all that good stuff. Again, check out our YouTube channel. I think we have over 30,000 subscribers, which is really good, right?
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. And there's room for other people to jump in. If you haven't subscribed, do it. Watch us. Where'd that thumb go? Oh, man.
Oh, boy. What the last couple of days, boy.
Oh, okay. All right. The thumb just disappeared.
Yeah.
Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe, okay? Shop Talk's coming up, too, in this hour, so we got a lot to get to. Rob G., a lot of people were traded during the trade deadline, and one name that was out there, people thought maybe this was the time that things were going to change or whatever, but it didn't happen for this one player.
Yeah, it didn't happen for one of the marquee names in all of sports, not just in baseball. Mike Trout, of course, multi-time MVP, multi-time All-Star, a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. Right?
I can say that here now.
Even Rob Parker, who has the highest standards of any voter in the entire
Because
network.
I've turned in a couple of blank ballots.
Yes,
the last
most
few
recently
years.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Trout is absolutely 1,000% a Hall of Famer. And he spoke to USA Today this week in exclusive to ask him about, hey.
Was that Nightingale?
I don't think it was Nightingale.
Okay. Oops. Sorry about that.
And they asked him about, like, hey, your team once again is in the cellar, once again became a seller at the deadline. Mike Trout had this to say about it. Quote, obviously, what was happening the last few years was not working. Just change it up a bit. If you look where the team is now, I think it was the right move. So Mike Trout, in no uncertain terms, comfortable being an also-ran, comfortable being at the bottom of the American League, comfortable just playing out the string.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And you know what's bad about this too, Rob G and Rob Parker? They had him in the meeting. Like, hey, he was in there sitting in the war room, if you will. Like, he should not be okay with this, with the ineptitude of the franchise. He should not be in the war room like, yeah, we really bad. Well, okay, we'll trade everybody and do this. I guess we'll be bad again another year. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's very frustrating for a guy who's an amazing talent. And I will use the word complacent. I think he is complacent. I think he's just like, hey, I'm in L.A., but I'm not in L.A. I'm not a Dodger, right? I'm in Anaheim. I get to play. Baseball already allows, because it's such an individualistic team sport, it allows for you to be great but not have the expectations, right? If you're a great pitcher and you can be 4-8, but you can still be an all-star because we know, well, you've been great, your team just keeps going. They can't give you run support. Or you can have 40 home runs and be 25 games, 40, 30 games under 500, doesn't matter, you're great. It's an individualistic team sport, and we know that. So he can go do what he does, put up numbers. It's quiet in Anaheim. He's not in L.A. with the Dodgers and all the noise, and they can have no expectations because it's the Angels. And I don't like that. I want to see him. We want to see the best talents in all the sports. You had Shohei and him down there. Don't make the postseason. He's down there, and Shohei's down there. We don't even really see Shohei until he comes to the Dodgers. Now we see him. He's on big national games. He's in the postseason. He's in World Series. And he's become a spectacle and a unicorn. And the other thing that comes with that, and Rob, we talk about it, maybe this is what Kyle Tucker is dealing with. Maybe what this is other guys have dealt with. When you go to big-time places, and if he were to gone to the Phillies, where he's from, his home area, if he were to go to the Yankees or something, people will be looking at you. Alex Rodriguez was all great when he was with the Mariners and the Rangers. Then you come on over here to the Yankees, and it's expectations. Hey, we're in the postseason every year. What you going to do? You going to produce? Or you going to choke? And he choked for a while. He didn't play well for a while.
And then 2009, he did it.
Exactly. Then he got it right, and he was able to have his Yankee moment and now be endeared by the community. But my point is, I think Mike Trout is just happy. I'm under the radar. I get to just be good, but don't have to have any expectations individually and with the team. I'm already self-made, made man, meaning I'm going to the Hall of Fame. And I just wish I wasn't like that. He's getting to the age where we may not see really the greatness of him anymore. I want to see it on a large platform, and I would have thought at some point he would demand a trade, and nobody would argue with him. He's played his guts out, played injured, all that. And if he wanted to go have a chance for the last few years of his career to go compete for a postseason and maybe a deep postseason run, not a single human being would be mad at that. So I'm mad that we've lost this talent. We don't get to see him on a national stage more often, and he's been wasted. I'm more mad at him, seemingly. He could tell me, Kelvin, you're wrong, but seemingly that he's complacent with his situation, and that's the part I don't like, Rob.
I got a word worse than that. I think he's selfish. And his talent that you talk about and the way he burst onto the scene, Kelvin, was unbelievable. They thought he might be the greatest player who ever played. That was the conversation, not how great, the greatest player who ever played. He checked every box for the analytics. The guy can field, play center field.
Athletic.
Yep. Everything. He could do everything. And I say selfish from the standpoint that you just brought up. He plays on a team that doesn't matter. He plays on the West Coast, so most people don't get to see him. Mm-hmm. Just talked about A-Rod in Seattle and whatnot until you, right? Yep. And he's so comfortable that he knows that he's made the Hall of Fame. And I haven't, he hasn't said that publicly, but I believe that. You know what I mean? That he knows it would take a miracle. He's 12 years in, Kelvin. He's 12. Not too many people are 12 years in, and this is, you're going to be a Hall of Famer. And that's the selfish part is, I'm already there. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to win a playoff series. I don't need to do anything. And that's the selfish part is he is content with his place in baseball history, and he shouldn't be. It would be great to see him. Now, he grew up in South Jersey, so he's a Phillies fan. People in northern New Jersey are more New York-centric, you know what I mean? Not having a team in New Jersey. And people in the south of Jersey are more Philly, right? Just distance. Mm-hmm. So the idea that, and you're right, no one would push back if he wanted to go somewhere and get this thing going. Where the Angels are going is home, dinner, maybe a show. They're not going anywhere. And so the idea that he's resigned to this, hey, they did the right thing, and whatnot, and they're trading off players, and we saw Joe Adele get traded to Cleveland and other, you know what I mean? They're starting to get rid of pieces to make that team only worse, bring up some kids. Should he be playing with kids 12 years in?
Complacent with this, Rob?
Right.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Why is he not putting a fire under their butt? Hey, come on now.
Because he's probably got a nice crib in Orange County.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Newport Beach, living it up.
And there's 2 reporters that cover the Angels. Ain't nobody, holding you to the fire.
Right.
Seriously. You go to Philadelphia, you go to New York, you go to Boston or some of these places, and you go to your locker, Kelvin, you know this, or even L.A. You tell me that Ohtani's the same from Anaheim to here, to L.A. It's not the same.
Nope.
Even though it's 40 miles, it's not the same. People want answers to their questions. There are going to be 15, 20 people at your locker every night. It's a big difference. It's a country club down in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no expectations. And I think he's selfish from the standpoint of it's his talent, but it's also baseball's talent. Share it with the game. Yeah. Let us see you on that stage. That's what I'm talking about, selfish. Do you know what I mean? Like it would if he wasn't a shoe-in, Kelvin, I can't say this for sure. If he wasn't a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame, I bet you he would be somewhere because he'd have to go prove it.
Yeah.
He'd have to do more. Right? He'd have to prove that point to other people and go somewhere and perform. And that's the selfish part.
Mike Trout has not been in the postseason since 2014, I believe it was. Right, Rob G? 2014. That absolutely is crazy. And I just don't he's too good for us to be robbed of seeing that. And remember, you and I were on the air, and he had that series early in the season.
Remember against the Yankees. He's hitting home runs like crazy.
It was great to see. You forgot about him. You're seeing him on these big platforms, and you're seeing him. You're like, man, that dude, it's be great to get to see him.
Is it 14 or 15? What year?
I thought it was 14.
2014. Guys, just so give you context to what you were saying, Dub. You mentioned he hasn't been in the playoffs since 2014. There's a non-zero chance that Mike Trout will end his Hall of Fame career, not just a Hall of Fame career, with one career postseason appearance, one career postseason hit.
Dude, that is insane, given, Rob G and Rob Parker, the era that we're in where guys kind of, in any sport, kind of control their destiny.
And that got
his
years wrong because it's actually
It might be like year 14.
16. And I don't count. The first year he played in 40 games. Mm-hmm. So that was the first 2011. But 16 seasons, which is incredible. And starting with year number 2, not the first year of 40, right. He was the leader in WAR the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full seasons of the first 5 full seasons.
Dude, it's just insane. And it's like almost, if you compare that to Luka Doncic's career, and if Luka was just with the Wizards doing nothing, just wasting away. You know what I mean? Like, we'd just be like, what? This dude ain't big time. At least like Luka was Dallas. They were playing well during the postseason. Obviously, ultimately made it to the finals. So we got to see him. Mike Trout is just down there wasting away 162 games. And it's going to be so terrible to me that one of the best players who ever did it, we didn't get to see regularly, didn't get to see high-pressurized moments. I mean, Rob G and Rob, is it going to be that the most pressurized moment we saw was him go up against Shohei in the World Baseball Classic?
When he came. Yep. That was the moment.
Is that going to be the most hey, you remember that one high-leverage moment in the World Baseball Classic where in America, we like it, but it ain't the World Series. Other countries, I know they take it a little bit more seriously than we do. But it's just disappointing. I think he's complacent. I think he's content, and I don't like it because I would love to see him in the pinstripes as a Dodger, as you mentioned, a Red Sox, with the Phillies home team. Like, it only makes sense at some point. And don't do it when you're a shell of yourself, playing 65 games, you know what I mean, and you're not the player that you are today.
All right, quick question for you guys before we wrap it up here. At what point did this Mike Trout loyalty to Anaheim stop being honorable and stop being, as you say, complacent, and Rob said, selfish? Like, at what point did we say, all right, enough's enough, man? Like, you've kind of
I get a couple of the years, like, where he was injured and in play. Okay, so, I get those. But now, last year, what was it? 130 games he played last year. He's played like almost 100 this year. Mm-hmm. So the last couple of years he's been and he's 34 or 5. So he's not. He got baseball. You could play a few more years. You got maybe 3 years to play. 38. You could play till 38 or whatever. You could be a DH. You don't even have to play the field, and still hit. So Rob G, I really think over the last couple to me.
So the last two?
Yeah, the last two. Like he should have really been looking like last year when he was healthy for 130, seeing where the team has gone. This year he should have said, okay, I did my time in Anaheim. It's time for me to move on and finish somewhere else.
And even Angel fans, Robs, would be like, yeah, I can't even be mad.
And I love the idea of people staying in one place. So you know that.
That's
but
true.
not to be that. And what Rob G said. Now, the other one is, Rob G, look it up real quick. I believe Ted Williams with the Red Sox only played in one playoff. Now, it was different then because you had to win the league. Right, and there were no playoffs. So the Yankees used to win the league, the American League, and go straight to the World Series. I think Ted Williams, Rob G, only played in one. Can you imagine that? One of the greatest hitters of all time.
That's crazy.
7 playoff games in his whole career, 1946.
That's it.
He went 5 for 25 batting.
That's it.
5 strikeouts, no homers, 1 RBI.
But at least in that situation, they didn't have all these playoff rounds or whatever and wild cards that you could get in and play. So
that just shows how bad. I mean, when we talk about you had Mike Trout and Ohtani with 0 to show for it, it's crazy.
All right,
absolutely crazy.
At 100%. 877-99 on Fox. Is Mike Trout being selfish by staying in Anaheim and nice and comfortable? Is he being complacent? We'll continue that conversation next with you. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. We want to hear from you. We value your opinion. This is not, I repeat, a podcast. It's a radio show. We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox. F Draymond, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Stick and stay.
Especially if you think it's time for someone to kick Draymond in the US of A.
Notre Dame and USC will be renewing their rivalry starting in 2030. So
it
good
never
for them.
should have ended.
Right, we're very happy about that.
Right?
We're very happy about that. Buried in the fine print of those headlines, way down at the bottom, the reason why that they're being able to play each other now again starting in 2030 is because Indiana decided to step away from their scheduled series with Notre Dame. Curt Tonetti has said on record, the reason why they're having a soft non-conference schedule is that they're in the Big Ten and they don't want to play tough non-conference games anymore. Flash forward to today. USC, which had been working for 6 months to finalize a deal with Texas Tech to play them once in Vegas and once in Houston, neutral site games, big stadiums, very excited. Well, hey, now that we got Notre Dame on the schedule, we don't want to play Texas Tech anymore.
There you go. Look at that.
So win some, you lose some, but long story short, 2 big non-conference games no longer on the docket.
I look at it like first of all, are contracts not contracts?
No, you could break anything.
I know that, but I'm just saying, you
could break your wedding vows. You could break a contract.
What's the point of, hey, we're going to play these games for 5 years in a row, and then wait, never mind, because they do. What are we doing here? That's first thing. This is what's driving me crazy about sports. In baseball, we know the analytics became, well, we talk about it all the time. I know you might strike out 3 times this game, but if you get 1 as a home run, it's worth it, and that's all they do. Now the guys' swings are terrible. They don't know how to hit for average. They don't know how to just get a hit to move a guy forward, and they hurt the game, right? We know that. You go to football, pass. They didn't run, and now they're finally getting back to run. Basketball, shoot threes. Where I'm going with this, Rob, is analytics, overthinking, overplanning is hurting just the aesthetics and just the fun and the fan love of the game. We love the Notre Dames and the USCs and these other rivalries that are now changing because we got to go here and we don't want to do this. And you're starting to get where you used to love that early season, let's start making up, Michigan playing Alabama week 1 or 2. You love that as opposed to seeing playing schools you never heard of because they just want to win. We could be 3-0 before the conference games. And it's like, what has happened to just competing? And I feel like it's a Floyd Mayweatherization going on. When he became Floyd Money May, where he, instead of just fighting, because when he was Pretty Boy,
he don't want to fight anybody. They
and then he started over-calculating. Well, I'm going to fight him, but I'm only going to fight him because he's young. Or I'm going to fight Pacquiao, but I'm fighting 5 years too late. And I'm going to do that. And you lost to just, what about competing and let the best man, in this case, best team win?
They don't want to compete.
And I hate that. Now they're trying to stress, well, I want to be 3-0, so I don't want to fight or play good. If you're good, you're good, you're good.
No,
go play
they would rather blow out some bad team.
Davidson.
Exactly. You know this going up in Ann Arbor. Michigan's first 3 games are awful against terrible competition.
Bowling Green.
That's why Lloyd Carr lost his job when they lost to
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State. You remember that's supposed to be a cupcake. Hey, Appalachian State, get your $1 million check and get your ass whooping. Right? That was that was the deal. And instead they went to the big house.
Was that Lloyd? That was Rich Rod.
No, Lloyd Carr.
Okay.
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Oh, and who knew Appalachian State were going to run and be like a good team for
when he lost to Appalachian State?
Oh no, it was horrible. They were Division II.
That was it. Well, one double
whatever.
Yeah,
double A batteries.
Right, they weren't in the regular college football, and that is what killed.
I just don't I don't like the planning, Rob. We gotta overlead. It's like, just go compete, go play. I love seeing like I said, Ohio State going to play a Miami early week 1 or 2. Like remember we used to get that all the time. You loved it, or not all the time, but there would always be a handful of those games that you could lean on.
Just play, compete. The idea that you don't want to compete now, and why not win some big games or play some competitive competition? I don't understand it.
What makes it interesting too is
you want to pad your
but the playoff is expanding. So where are we up to now, Rob?
It ain't
24. It's about
right. It's not like before where in college football. I told Rob G this when I was doing radio in Detroit. Once Michigan lost a game or two, the football season essentially was over.
Ohio State.
Am I right?
That was it. All right, we long as we beat Ohio State.
The season's over, and then it would just be like, all right, we wait till the last game of the year, and hopefully maybe they can turn everything around, and we'll at least have a good feeling about the season with that.
Yeah, I just with the expanded playoff, you would think I could afford to lose to a good Miami team early, right? Because more teams are getting. I could lose to a Oregon, a USC, a Michigan, a Alabama, whatever, LSU, whatever. I can afford to lose that, but they're not doing that, and now they're reneging on games. They're calling them back, like, I don't want to play that. My bad. And I don't like that. Go out there, compete. Go out there, fight. If you're in boxing, right? Go fight. Who's the best?
That's why I stopped watching Floyd Mayweather.
Because that's what I mean. Start cherry picking too much. Now I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna wait a year to fight him, and then just go compete.
And you just said it. The Pacquiao was 5 years too late. It was just.
And Canelo he was only 20. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like 25-year-old Canelo. So it started to get like that. And I feel like that's what college football is. They're cherry picking and trying to make it too perfect. Spider-Man or Batman? What's your jam, Rob?
Oh, this is Batman.
No, but I'm saying between the two.
Spider-Man's more uptuned to me, like that, like with the words. But I've been actually watching the first season of Batman on Amazon.
Okay.
You know this one, the TV show.
Yeah. Yep. Which hero in general though? Like just the general
I was a
superhero.
Superman. And because of the newspaper tie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Clark Kent was a newspaper reporter.
Yeah. Overall, I think I'm Batman.
Okay.
Rob G, Alex, which one?
Batman's way cooler.
Batman?
I'm more Batman, but I definitely get for you. It makes sense.
No, just for the newspaper reporter. Alex, where are you?
Yeah, Spider-Man's probably the greatest superhero ever created because it's a simple kid who became a superhero rather than being a philanthropist billionaire. So,
Right. He got bit by a spider, and that was
it. That's why kids relate
Yeah.
to it. It's awesome.
Makes sense. All right, check it out. By the way, it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Webull. Get powerful investing tools, real-time data, all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk, and for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. Rob G, let's get to the calls, Rob. 877-99 on Fox. Both of us want, we don't agree all the time, but we agree that Mike Trout, Rob says selfish, I say complacent, and what say you? Who we got?
All right. Rocky in South Carolina. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Rocky?
Hey, guys, a pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with either of your points on Trout. This is just mine. But let me just say this, and Kelvin, I understand your point. And Rob, you and I are probably around the same age. I'm assuming you're in your mid-60s.
Yep,
So
early
if
60s,
you are,
yep.
That's where I am. I'm going to say no, he's not being selfish or complacent. And to me, as someone at my age who I love the game of baseball, it's my favorite sport, and I love it tremendously. But for somebody to just say, you know what, I like being here, I like playing for the team that I'm playing for, yeah, he could go to the Yankees, the Braves, the Dodgers, the Phillies, name whatever, and maybe try to chase a title, win a title, as everybody seems to talk these days. Oh, you're chasing the title or you're not. He's just happy playing the game that he loves, okay? Maybe he's kind of like Pete Rose-ish a little bit.
No, let me say this, though, and I hear your point. But we're not even talking about he has to win a title. Kelvin and I both agree. Baseball's a different animal. Barry Bonds did everything he could do. If the bullpen gives it up in the ninth inning, I'm sorry, Barry Bonds, you could hit all the home runs you want. You're not winning a World Series. But to at least fight for to make it to the postseason, can we see Mike Trout
That's all we ask.
on that stage like we saw him at Yankee Stadium? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When we saw him. No, we don't want to. We don't want to just be like he's just beating up some also-ran teams or whatever, and putting up stats that really don't matter. I would like to see him in the ninth inning in a big game. Like in a situation.
Mike Trout shouldn't be like Babe Ruth, Rob, where we go, oh, I never saw him.
Right.
Where I just read the stats, see the ticker at the bottom. No, we should see him. We've seen Freddie Freeman when he was with the Braves year in. Now you never forget
that home run he hit in Game 1 of the World Series against the Yankees. That's the moment we want to see.
We don't need him with the Dodgers or the Yankees. Can we get him with the Diamondbacks?
Yeah,
with
the Brewers.
Right.
No, you're right.
Just be in the mix a little bit.
The Brewers win the division almost every year in the NL Central.
If you want to stay at the West Coast, go down to San Diego then. Something.
Mick in Florida. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mick?
What's up, boys? Hey, my take is about the same. I am one of those baseball guys too. I'm a huge Rays and Bucks fan, and Mike Trout has been one of those iconic names for a very, very long time, and I have a lot of respect that he's wanted to be with the Angels and stick through everything. But we saw him in that one playoff series where they maybe won one game or got swept. I can't quite remember.
I think they got swept. Mick. Yep.
But that's the guy you want to see. That's the guy you're rooting for. Like you said, I don't need him on the Dodgers. I don't need him on the Phillies.
No.
I don't need him on the Braves. I want to see him in the playoffs and see what this guy can do with the bright lights. Obviously, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but we don't see enough of him, and I just hate that for him. And, again, if he retires with the Angels, good for him. He's had a hell of a career. He's going to go down as one of the greatest. But what we've missed, the chance of getting to see with this guy by staying with the Angels, has hurt baseball fans in general.
No doubt.
100%.
There you go. Right, spot on, Mick. How about Ray in Chula Vista, California? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Ray?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I just want to say
well, Ray.
My Trout situation is like Tony Gwynn. Remember Tony Gwynn in the 90s? he was severely underpaid. He was always taking the San Diego discount, and I think a couple of players was getting paid more than him. And his father insisted him to go to free agency, and so you could get paid more. But he liked San Diego. He liked the weather, the fans.
I get that, but the only difference is Tony Gwynn went to the World Series with the Padres. They were a good team when he was there. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Tony Gwynn, they lost to the Yankees in '98. You know what I mean? But they were in the World Series. I think they went twice when he was there.
What I'm trying to say is that Mike Trout got paid $430 million, so he doesn't want to leave because he got paid well. Now,
complacent,
selfish. That's what we're talking about. We're right. You're right. I get it. Thanks for the call. He's complacent in that he doesn't want to move or do anything.
Beautiful weather.
And we're saying he's selfish because baseball fans haven't been able to see him on that plateau, on that stage, to see him in that moment. Don't shake your head, Monty. Monty's like, he don't need to go nowhere. He can stay in Anaheim and not have any
Monty,
pressure.
you gotta feel us, Monty. The best thing, the reason you love sports is because we get to see.
Monty sounds like a Clippers fan with this logic.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
First of all, what you're arguing is, I get it, but to call him selfish is ridiculous. No,
selfish for fans.
Not at all. He gets put in a situation that sucks when every other athlete in every other sport, when they end up in a situation that sucks, immediately they depart, and it sucks for the fans. I bet you at one point he didn't think he would be in this position, but now at this point, why would he leave? For the fans, that's all they have. Angel fans, all they have is Mike Trout. I don't think
he's been there 16 years.
Right, and then what if he went somewhere else, guys, and then nothing happens?
That's fine.
No, but then at that point,
I would like. Yes, it is. We're not talking about he has to win a World Series. I want to see him in the postseason.
But what if it doesn't work out? We have seen other teams make moves, spend a ton of money, and it doesn't work out.
But we know it's not working out here because they've already said that they're already stripping the team.
Monty, you can cherry pick the team. I get what you're saying. If he were to go to the let's say the Giants, I don't know, maybe you can cherry pick at this point in his career. Nobody would be mad at him. If he said, "I'm going to the Brewers, I'm going to the Braves, I'm going to the Phillies."
Nobody would be mad, but you don't have to be mad that he doesn't want to do that.
We're not mad. I'm saying I'm mad that it. We're not mad.
We're not mad.
We're mad for this. We don't dislike the guy. What we're saying is, a talent, Monty, you love sports. It's the reason why you love it is because you saw great athletes doing amazing things. And if an amazing athlete, one of a kind, one of the best of all times, literally might as well have played in the 1920s to act, because we've never seen him in high leverage moments.
That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying.
Right, but then you're calling him selfish for not making a decision to make it better for himself when it might not be better. And it's like this championship or bust mentality. Like, it gets tiring.
That's not what we said.
But you're saying,
can we get postseason or bust?
I mean, but if he wanted this, he would have made this decision years ago.
So do you agree with my word? He's complacent.
Of course, he's happy. He's perfectly fine being a 3-time MVP that never did anything beyond that. He likes LA. He likes the fans.
He don't live in LA.
But he likes playing in LA.
Go ahead.
But he likes playing in LA. I just think if he wanted out, he had years to do this. He had years. At this point,
I'm about to take some of my affinity for him off there. If you don't ever want to compete and play at the highest, what kid?
But he's
Monty,
doing it for the fans. But he's doing it for the fans. You guys are saying it's not for you and I. We're not Angel fans. He's doing it for Angel fans.
And that's where we disagree. I think he's doing it for him.
Right.
You say the fans.
He's not doing it for them. They've seen him play. They've seen him play for years.
But that's all they have. And he is of course
Monty,
he's also doing it for himself. He doesn't want to leave.
Last question for me. We got to move on. Do you think Angels fans would be not sad, I get sad, would be upset if he said, "I gave y'all my all 16, 17, I'm ready to move on"?
No, they would not.
I don't think so.
So then that's my – if he did a year 8, I'm with you, right? You just deserting us for greener pasture. He's given them 16 years. He hasn't been in the postseason since 2014. Angel fans themselves will be like, I'm be honest with you, I can't believe you stayed this long.
As long as he did.
Right, but at this point, it's so past that. Like you said, 8 years ago, maybe he should have thought of this. But at this point, why would he do it now?
That man, because I'm going to play the last 3-4 years of my ability with chances to compete in the postseason and feel what that postseason like. Those bright lights, them calling my games, the only game on TV. Are you kidding me? I want to feel that, dang it.
If he wanted to feel that, he would have wanted that 8 years ago when he was even in more of his prime. If he felt that, he would have
needs
felt
me
that.
and Rob in his inner circle.
Guys, we've got the Hall of Fame preseason game going on in the NFL right now.
I never missed the Hall of Fame preseason game.
Of course not, because you're here.
That's right.
Because you're here, so you can't miss it. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. They are scoreless, the Panthers and the Cardinals. Kenny Pickett for Carolina, he is 4 of 5 for 12 yards. Carson Beck for Arizona, he is 7 of 8 for 73 yards. So we'll see how this goes. Other NFL news, we have a new running back that is the highest paid running back in the NFL. That is Detroit Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs. He agreed to a three-year extension worth $75.75 million with $51.5 million guaranteed. Jonathan Taylor and the Colts also agreed to a 2-year extension that could be worth up to $47 million. When it comes to Tampa Bay, Buccaneers GM Jason Light said that the team believes quarterback Baker Mayfield is a franchise quarterback. They may use the franchise tag on Mayfield and next offseason. Light also said that he has spoken with the agent for defensive tackle Vita Vea, who requested a trade, and felt that the conversation was progress in trying to keep Vea in Tampa Bay. Right now in Major League Baseball, the Braves still lead the Marlins 2-0 in Atlanta. It's the top of the 4th inning. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 2-run home run was assisted because 2 Marlins outfielders crashed. The ball bounced off their glove and went over the wall. White Sox are up on the Red Sox 5-2, bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies lead the Nationals 7-3, bottom of the 8th inning. Royals up on the Twins 2-0, top of the 4th inning. When it comes to the WNBA between the Aces and the Fever, the Las Vegas Aces have taken the lead 56-51 after 3 quarters of play. Jackie Young for Las Vegas, 22 points. Aaliyah Boston had 15 points at halftime. She still has 15 points now for the Fever. Back to you guys.
No doubt. Thank you, Monty.
Jess.
Don't mind disagreeing with you and arguing with you a little bit.
Little bit. Little bit.
That's fine. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a TV theme song Thursday. And coming up, we'll have Shop Talk. We'll see what Rob G's cooking up. Plus, don't forget next hour as well, we're going to have Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble. That's right, Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble. And a last call as well. So a whole lot still to get to in this show. Rob G, where do we want to go right now? Because we Adam Kaplan, we kind of switched some things around a little bit there with him earlier.
I'm surprised you don't want to talk about your guy Jahmyr Gibbs breaking the bank again.
Well, I'll say this. I was just texting a buddy who's from Detroit. He lives out here, but he's from Detroit. And Rob, one thing, again, one of the few things we agree on all the time is we don't agree, I should say all the time. It's just the fact that we get to get running backs back, and they can be a large part of your offense, not just a guy that you just say, all right, well, here's 15 attempts, and we'll give this guy 10, and we'll give him 5. And No, you can be the bulk of a team's offense. And Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, and, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's great to see the Lions want to do this because as good as Jared Goff has been, he needs them. He needs that offensive line and that running game to get going. And specifically, what I'm looking for, you two, I'm looking for an MVP season from him, like a top 2-3 MVP candidate from not Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what I'm looking for.
Really, you expect him to win the MVP?
I said top 2-3 pick, like candidate, like maybe he doesn't win it, maybe it's a quarterback every year, you know how they do. But I'm saying being right there as one of the candidates, he absolutely is going to have a monster year for them to be, anywhere near what they're trying to be. I'm talking, 1,500 yards rushing, maybe 1,300, 1,000 yards receiving. Like, he's going to have an amazing type of year. He's more than capable of it. Obviously, we've seen what he's done over the last 3 years. But I'm expecting a huge year for him because I think they know he's got to be the priority to really get that thing going so Jared Goff can continue to be accurate, get big plays, get people down the field. But a large portion of that has to start with Jahmyr Gibbs in that running game. And Pacheco as well. That's a great pickup for them. Losing
Pacheco hasn't been good in a couple of years, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be the guy. I think that'll.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying he hasn't been the same.
Yeah, but they were leaning on him in Kansas City way more than Detroit would have to lean on him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. When you lose a piece of what was worked for them when they had the two backs, who were both potent at some point, right? You don't know how it's going to work out. Now that the focus will just be on Jahmyr Gibbs, it could change the dynamics of the Lions. You know what I mean? You really don't know for sure, especially if you don't think Pacheco is that equal to what you used to have. I don't know about him being in the MVP race, if the second or third. I just can't see that. But you might be right. Maybe you're right. I just don't see him.
I mean, he's gonna
factor it in. I know you're talking about having a good season. MVP worthy? I don't.
Yeah,
see that.
I'm leaning on that. I mean, we know it's going to be Josh Allen, Lamar, or some quarterback. We know that's a given. That's just what the league does. God forbid a running back, a defensive end who has 25 sacks or something, or a receiver with 1,800 yards, something crazy, whatever. God forbid they get a chance to have an MVP year, but I expect them to be in that category, like a 1, 2, 3. And a part of it, as we know, is because of the way he's going to be able to get receptions. Like, they're going to use him out that slot a whole lot. Obviously, he's going to catch out the backfield too, but he's going to get a lot of opportunities to be a receiver. And it wouldn't shock me. He ends up with 60, 75 catches and have a bunch of yards and touchdowns from that position, as well as, of course, all the rushing attempts he's going to get. They're going to use him as a Marshall Faulk 2.0 type of thing. Bunch of passes, a bunch of, obviously, attempts, goal line, and we had Adam Kaplan on earlier. Even though he's kind of a fast,
he's down on the Lions.
Yeah, I'm speaking more on how important he's going to be. Yeah, not that I don't expect them to be 13-4 or anything like that. I expect them to be, well, we'll see. I got to see, as more we get closer to the season starting. But he's going to be key to whatever success they have. He has to have an MVP candidate type of year, in my opinion. They're going to have to really have that from him. And that offensive line is going to have to come up too, man. Step it up. Shop Talk on the way. We'll see what Rob G's cooked up on a TV theme song Thursday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
I know this is the year that you agree 100% with everything.
Got me? No, you already know.
My panties are in a bunch, Mike.
My panties are in a bunch, Mike. I'm just
baseball season is in full swing.
Patrick Mahomes being number one. I mean, he hasn't been the same quarterback in a couple of years. I think it's people just can't get over, like, if you don't vote him to be tier one, you're disrespecting him for what he's done in the past. No one's taken away his accomplishments. It's not a lifetime achievement award. He's coming off how is he tier one quarterback? Seriously.
Let's just go back and say, let's just say we were doing this. Let's say we had quarterback tiers in 2006 and 2005, and let's just say Brady had won some championships, and then got into a lull. Some years went by, no Super Bowls.
How about 10 years went by? People forget that.
9 years went by.
Yep.
I don't think they're doing a reassessment, nor should they, every year on Mahomes or every year on Brady. If we were to go back in the history of the game, these are Hall of Famers. Would you be, unless you're just totally falling off physically? Like we've seen that Drew Brees end of his career, Peyton Manning end of his career, they couldn't throw the ball. I don't think we're seeing that. So I think the question then is, do you vacillate every year? Is it just off of
because it's a yearly assessment, Mike. That's my issue. If it's not, and you just want to say who's the best quarterback, then fine. I'm with that. But if you're telling me every year you're evaluating people, and that's why there's a new list, why would the list change then?
Well, yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. I think it's just when you obviously none of the voters, only one, put him in tier two. There was some talk about, hey, there's obviously been a decline and he hasn't carried it as much. But, I think I haven't had this is my 17th podcast or show today.
Right.
And no one's really challenged Mahomes.
Of course not.
So we got a problem right away. We got a problem right away off the top.
Mike, come on. The other podcast, they don't push back. That's
don't
what you
push
get on
back.
the Odd Couple.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah,
challenge
yeah.
you a little bit, right? That's all.
Yeah, I like it.
All right,
dang it, I got one too.
Now, one thing.
Did you read the piece? Did you read the piece?
I just read the excerpts. I didn't read the whole thing. I
Okay,
did read them.
So the point made on Mahomes was, look, it's similar to what Joe Montana went through. Won some Super Bowls, had a couple of years. I think they was one and done 3 times in a row in the playoffs. And people were talking about Steve Young, and is he still the guy? And then he had 2 MVPs and 2 Super Bowl wins right after that. Should they have been downgrading him along the way, or was he still Joe Montana? I think that's what we're talking about. And you make a point. I mean, you want to put him down in 2. I like the fact that the quarterback tiers is not an overreaction to a single year. We know that Mahomes right now, last season, had 0 run game, had nothing around him at the wide receiver position, and got hurt.
All right.
So, that's kind of where we're at.
Well, I got some smoke too, Mike. I
like
think
it.
the issue that I have is why throughout his entire career, stands for 1 year, does Lamar Jackson in Tier 1 only once? Why is he always in Tier 2 when he's literally doing historic things? Highest QBR rating ever, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Not to mention he'll rush for 1,000 yards. And I understand he hasn't had the full-on playoff success, but some of these other guys, I mean, Joe Burrow hasn't really, he obviously got the Super Bowl early, but he's been injured.
And the other thing, you know what, Kelvin, I'm going to piggyback real quick, Mike. Like we can blame, we can say, Lamar can't do this in the playoffs, right? Mark Andrews drops a 2-point conversion, right, in that game that he brought him back in that. And they could have won the division last year as poorly as they played. Who did we talk about? Henry fumbled the ball
twice in the game.
Twice in games that cost him games. And then he marches them down in Pittsburgh to set up the game-winning field goal. They would have won the division and gone to the playoff, and the kicker missed the field goal. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. So we got 50 voters, 22 of them put in Tier 1. Of the 28, I bet you 14 of them said, if someone wants to put him in Tier 1, I'm not going to fight him on it. But he fought early in his career the fact that early in his career, he was overly dependent on his running, couldn't pass, and got totally solved in the playoffs. Later in his career, he did both of them at a super high level, and he went to Tier 1. That's what he was last year, unanimously. Or not unanimously, but close. He was similar to Burrow. This year, his running went away. I mean, he averaged 25 yards a game, half what he was before and a third of what he was before that. And people don't think, for right or wrong, that he's a great quarterback if he doesn't have the running component. And I think the same thing will happen to Josh Allen if he can't run the ball, I believe.
Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, here we go, in West Philadelphia. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my day. Chilling out, maxing, cooling or shooting some b-ball outside with and a couple of guys. They were up to no good. Started making TV theme song Thursday with your boys. Iconic one here, of course, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Man, I tell you what, shout out to Will Smith because he took this role and turned it into one of the great Hollywood careers of all time. If you missed any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your pods. You'll see ours. Rate it, give us 5 stars, review it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Rob G will have a best of and a full version as well right after we get done with all the yakety yak. All right, let's get to it now. It is time for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
That's right. It's Shop Talk here on The Odd Couple, a segment where we talk about something that outside of the world of sports. This week we're cheating because this one did come from the world of sports. No! I'm sure you saw the viral video. Justin Herbert and his new fiance, Madison Beer, all hugged up on the sidelines there at training camp. Mm-hmm. She's running her fingers through his hair and touching his face and making it all sexual out there like a Rob Parker letter back in the day. And it just got me thinking, guys, When, if ever, is it acceptable to be canoodling at the workplace with your spouse?
Absolutely never. Ridiculous. That's why the Chargers will never win. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, I didn't like it from.
I really don't, Kelvin. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Really.
No, if there's levels to, like, if she ran up, hey, I gotta go, I'm going out of town, like, all right, girl, ha, you crazy, I love you, baby, bye. That's cool. But they was out there, I thought it was a picnic. Monty, I thought it was a picnic at Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, we there's always family members that show up at the practices, wife, kids, girlfriend, whatever.
They have those days. Those are family days. They have a day set aside for the family to come. Just like when you could bring your kid to work. It's not every day. Everybody would love to. Rob G, instead of paying childcare, would you want your two kids to be in there? Yeah, you would. Everybody would want them to be able to do that. No, this is a workplace. It doesn't mean that we're anti-kids or family.
Well, you sounded like it. But what I'm saying is,
you want your three daughters here? They would probably be here and you would be home.
No, not every day. No, not every day. But I'm more blown away at the amount, like the full-on sitting and laying, and like that was when it was like, oh, it wasn't like I said, Monty. You know what I mean? Where like they walk up, you say something quick because she's getting ready to
Monty.
go.
You know it was terrible.
No, it was not great. As that is my quarterback. It was not great. But when you said I wasn't sure if it was a picnic because you were like, wait, is this training camp? Or
yeah,
is
it was
this,
long.
Are they at a concert somewhere laying on the lawn?
It's just bad, right?
Yeah, no, it was not a great look. He's in love, and it's either going to be
That's
the
fine.
best.
Go home and be in
No,
love.
I hear you. Listen, I don't disagree. I'm with you guys. Okay, this is not the Mike Trout take. I agree. It's either going to be his best season ever, or it's going to be the worst ever. And I can't imagine how bad it can get, but I feel like it can get bad.
Alex, where are you? Alex loved it.
You know what? I wish I could have
more
of
you
that.
would.
I wish I got more of that. They were so in love. I saw him sitting there
That's
gazing
fine.
at her beauty. She's
That's
like,
fine.
oh, my God, we can
Let
be
him
the
be
next.
in the truck out in the parking lot, and he can come out during his water breaks.
I'm asking you. No, so basically, I could see her, too. She's like, don't worry, babe. We'll be the next Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
But you're not. But you're not.
Look,
I'm just saying.
You're not.
No way
close. Not even a little bit.
Not even
But hold
close.
on. If you watch the video, there's a little girl running by. There's
I
family
was gonna
members
say,
there.
listen,
It's
I'll
chill.
stall them out that it might be Family Day.
It
because,
was Family
I mean,
Day.
They're running. The kids running around. I see other people that clearly are not in the NFL. But it was
bad.
It was the amount of the 1980s, movie where the teen loves, you know what I mean, are sitting there like the varsity quarterback
Rob
and the
G,
cheerleader girl.
Rob G, you not
It had
buying
that
this,
look.
are you?
No, I'm not feeling this at all.
At all, right?
And there's
I just don't understand.
There is a big, spectrum in between LeBron and his wife back. They doing a dap, like they had a whole handshake before on the side, and whatever they're doing here at Chargers training camp.
Are we all just jealous, Rob G?
That's what it sounds like.
You and I are happily married. Monty's in a long-term relationship. Alex is with somebody. Rob Parker.
suck.
Rob Parker's got women nationwide sending him letters.
That's a drop.
Like, there's no problem with having a love interest and being affectionate, but at work, bro,
I just don't. Right.
Jealous.
It's not
So much
jealous.
jealousy right now.
It's not jealous. Hey,
Alex would totally do that.
Kelvin
for
wants his wife to do
sure.
the weather on the morning news. Is that it? So
Alex
that you can
wants his face
canoodle?
painted
Rob,
during.
this isn't the same. It's not an NFL game where he's like literally in between a
It's
snap.
the workplace.
No, it's
the
not. It's
workplace.
Family Day. Come
Well,
on, Rob.
Family
Alex
Day?
totally would.
Oh,
Hey,
of
babe,
course.
can you rub my man bun? Can you tie it up for me? Yeah, baby.
Hey,
I'll
babe,
That
tie
would
it
be
up
like
for you.
me during the breaks having my wife or girlfriend washing my hair in the kitchen sink.
I wouldn't hate.
You would be just, don't say that, Rob, because
I would
now
not
you
hate.
for sure, I'm calling you Rob Herbert, because you would be down with that. You would 1,000% be down. Look at you like, man, that ain't a bad idea.
No, not at work. I think there's
What?
a workplace and there's a.
All right,
there's
well,
a
quickly, just on that hair thing. I used to give Alex tape-ups back in the old studio.
He did.
During
Used
the
to-
show.
used
Is
to
that
cut
okay?
hair?
Yeah.
Is that too much, Rob?
Is that too much?
It's a little,
It's a little too
Little
much?
too much?
No, that's not too much.
Okay, thank you.
I'm okay. Just don't bring in other people. The last time Kelvin let his nephew in or whatever, we had an
almost died.
And that was because Kelvin was like, "Yeah, we should let other people come in. This is one of Rob's mentees. Let's let him anybody.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let anybody in." Let anybody in.
Racist.
They're asking me, do I know who that? I don't know who that is.
Do you know who that is?
And the passcode is Rob Minty. You know the passcode? It ain't act a dack. It's Rob Minty. That's all you gotta say.
Open, let the guy
come on
walk
in.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Rob G, move my hair.
Well, Notre Dame, USC is back in 2030.
In 4 years.
Yeah, in 2030 it'll be back. But hey, this is at least something, right? It's at least something that the schools announced yesterday that the rivalry is back on, and they will get things cracking coming up in 2030. So just 4 years from now. So at least
and a couple keynotes for it. It's a 4-game series. It will be played at the beginning of the season, which goes against all tradition of what it used to be. So again, SC kind of getting their way in this regard. Notre Dame obviously wanted to keep it historically how it's been. You know, Notre Dame would go out to Southern California during Thanksgiving, just dating back, and just Petrus and I have kind of detailed the story of the desire of both coaches way back when. And then SC would usually come at the beginning of fall. Which is why could kind of get what they want. One, a retreat from the cold weather, and the other, a hint or a glimpse of what fall looks like. And we get to bed. But yes, we get the rivalry back. It, in large part, came due to Indiana canceling its home and home against Notre Dame as they're reevaluating their non-conference schedule. So, I mean, look, a lot of things are going to change between now and then in college football. One in which that I'd be willing to bet a lot of money on is an expansion to 24 teams. And I say that for a couple of reasons. The first is there's a lot of momentum behind it. Every conference besides the SEC wants it. So the SEC is still holding out on how we go about formatting those 24 teams. But once we get there, I would imagine 2027, 2028, we will have an expanded playoff to 24 teams. But I'm saying that because this now allows other teams to schedule more difficult non-conference opponents, which is what this is for Southern Cal. And it opens up that, hey, if we're Texas, we're not complaining about losing to Ohio State last year and not getting in the playoff. They're definitely getting in the playoff last year. SC and Lincoln Riley doesn't have to worry about losing to Notre Dame and not getting in if they go 10-2 or maybe even 9-3. I should say maybe. Definitely if they go 9-3, and that's one of their losses, it'd be a quality loss based on how the committee looks at it. So this is mounting up to be a move that will fit into what a lot of people I think are hoping for is teams start playing tougher non-conference schedules, better schedules altogether. We've got all conferences now playing 9 conference games, which is a move in the right direction.
Hall of Fame preseason game is underway,
been
still
covering this
early
league
in the
since
second quarter,
1987.
where Arizona leads Carolina 14-7. Carson Beck is 10 of 12 for Arizona for 134 yards and 1 touchdown. For Carolina, Kenny Pickett is 8 of 11 for 62 yards. Other NFL news, running back Jahmyr Gibbs of the Lions is officially the highest paid running back in NFL history. He signed a 3-year extension worth up to $75.75 million with $51.5 million guaranteed. In the NBA, ESPN reports that the Wizards and Anthony Davis have mutually agreed to put off contract extension talks until at least about 20 games into the regular season. In the WNBA, it's the Aces and the Fever. Aces are up right now 70-69 late in the fourth quarter. In baseball, the White Sox back on top of the Red Sox 7-5, bottom of the fifth. Royals lead the Twins 2-1, bottom of the fifth. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 3.
Number 3.
That's right, here on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Here on Fox Sports Radio. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We're very proud of it. Over 30,000 subscribers. We want you to join as well. All you need to do is search Odd Couple FSR, Fox Sports Radio, FSR on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. After that, you can tap the thumbs up icon. You can comment away. Let us know if you agree with me or Kelvin or what the deal is. Go check us out. We have our own YouTube channel doing very well, but we want you involved. Do it! Watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble coming up in about 28 minutes. Foul. He's worked up about not baseball, but football. Shador Sanders, man. He's just going on a rampage.
Wow. He's been calling you about that?
Yeah, he's just so worked up about it. I'm like, dude, relax. It's not that serious. Foul Affair, though, with J.R. Gamble from MLBBro.com. Also, last call. And, Kelvin, I got to admit right now, for the convention that we're going to, the National Association of Black Journalists Convention, which is in Atlanta. My first convention was 1988.
Ooh, them 1900s, boy.
I took a TWA flight to St. Louis. And on the plane, I met Rick Ocasek. Who's that, Alex? You know who that is? He's the lead singer for the Cars.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah.
Who's gonna drive you home?
Exactly. There you
tonight?
go. He's really, the Cars.
Can't go on thinking nothing's. Boy, hey, Young Dub, my mom had that tape. Boy, you couldn't. When I had my little heart broken and all that, boy, I was banging that cassette tape till it popped.
Oh, no. They were great. Are you kidding? The Cars? Yeah. Alex, let the good times roll. That's the song.
Let the good times roll.
That is the
good times roll. Oh, yeah. They had some bangers, yo.
We got it, Alex? No? Here we go. Let the good times roll.
No, they had some bangers, boy.
We need everybody on the screen. Come on, Elijah.
Yeah.
Around. Monty, Cars, yay or nay? No?
Monty, got to let it build. Let the beat build.
Here we go. Under the air.
Tell him, Rob.
Let the good times
roll. Hold on. Look. Let the good times roll. We're going to go on y'all this time. Let the good times roll.
All right, there we go. The Cars. Yeah. But anyway, I was saying the NABJ convention, I'm packed. I got 3 suitcases I'm taking to Atlanta.
Okay.
What?
That's you gotta relax.
I got 3 suitcases.
Rob,
Three
how many
is
tearaway
crazy.
pants you got?
I got a couple of suits. Remember, I'm going there early. The convention starts Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesday, I'm there, right? I'm going to be hanging out.
You're so confusing, Rob. 1 minute I don't bring anything. I bring a trash bag of clothes and I leave it. The next you have 3, like you're the Princess Zamunda. Like make up your mind.
This is very weird that I have 3 suitcases.
I literally can't keep up with you. Like what's the? This is. I'll grant you that NABJ is lit and we all get excited for it and it means so much to us. So I'll grant you that. But that three is OD.
Yeah, it's weird.
For 1 week. But I will say you got to bring suits, so that does take up a little.
Suits, and then I got a couple of different shoes and sneakers I want to wear with certain outfits.
Yeah.
Like so I'm like I never bring 3 pair of sneakers.
I'm about to say, is one luggage just all $1 bills?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Right?
That was a good one, Alex.
All right. I just wanted to say I'm just fessing up.
I know you. I just got my other suit.
What'd you say? I'm changing.
I just got
Yeah, I'm changing a little bit. As the time goes on, you want to change in life. You don't want to be the same. You don't want to be that predictable.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about it, but I ain't gonna lie. The 3 suits did throw me off for knowing you. That's
3
a
suitcases.
little unique.
That's why I brought
3
it up
suitcases,
because I know
3
you. I
suitcases.
know you wouldn't. You're shocked that I would have that many suitcases.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, that's gonna be. But listen, it's gonna be a great. And plus, you do have to wear like 2 or 3 outfits.
If I was really predictable, I'd be a 4-hour show. It wouldn't be a 3-hour show.
Rob, you keep. It's like the third one today. It's the third one today, Rob. It's the third one.
What?
Wow! Listen to you.
The morning show is a 4-hour show. There's a couple shows that are 4 hours.
Okay.
Right?
Either way, you know.
That is not true, Rob.
What?
There's only 2 shows here that are 4 hours.
Yeah, they're all 3. DP is 3, Collins 3.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? The
3.
morning show is 4 hours.
It's 3.
It's not.
It's 3.
What?
And one of
2
those
pros and a couple of Jonas Knox.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour show.
And one of those 4-hour shows is your favorite lady. So
Wait a minute. What was the other show that's 4 hours? What is it?
It's Ben Maller and Jason Smith and Mike Harmon.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
I take back what I said.
Never mind.
I take back what I said.
And Elijah, he said, you know what? The audience on the podcast will not hear Rick Ocasek and
just
the
you.
Cars.
Oh yeah, good point.
Sorry
so they've been
about
waiting
that.
for a long. Sorry about that. My bad, podcast people. Our bad.
By the way, the YouTubians weighing in. Rob has like 10 pairs of sweatpants packed, all strip club attire.
Hey yo, you can't be wearing sweatpants, Rob. Come on now.
Oh, he does.
Oh, I seen him do it firsthand in
Okay,
Atlanta.
never mind. All
Tearaway
right.
In
sweatpants.
Atlanta. He went up.
Okay.
We had dinner. He went up the
Changed his
elevator. He was wearing jeans. He came back and he was wearing sweatpants.
Yep.
Rob.
You're a good man, Rob.
It's going to be a fun night.
When we write the book about you, not your autobiography, when we write the book.
real book, right,
You know
right.
what's funny?
Boy, I'll tell you.
K-Dot, you know what's funny? Rob's going to be looking just like Justin Herbert in there with cinnamon when he's there.
Just rubbing her fingers through his hair.
and everything. Just you wait.
The only
Hey,
difference, Alex, the only difference is I will have already fed her 75 singles, though, for her to rub my hair.
How does that work, Rob?
Is that what one of the suitcases is? Just all ones?
All ones. And the best part about it too, Alex, is Rob
What?
think he gonna be in there on the low. He got 75 people coming. Somebody gonna send us some evidence.
so
It's only
You
50.
got, but 50 is 50. You know, 50 until we get there, and then you know people are gonna be like, "What you doing, Rob? Where can I go? Where can I meet?" And then it's gonna be 100. It's basically gonna be all the people you know in there,
You know
including Cinnamon.
There will be a lot of people who aren't on this,
Yeah, they're just gonna pull up.
Who gonna be like, "Where y'all going? Oh, wait a minute. What about this? I didn't hear about this."
And it's going to be people who were going anyway. Like, let's say you never even had this idea. There's people who just were going to go anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be basically a whole takeover.
All right, Rob G. College football and Deion Sanders and Colorado. I know people feel like the organization or the program has turned around. Deion thinks so, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did. Then today he met with the local media for the first time this season, because before that it was, remember, Big 12 Media Day. It's not the same thing. Met with the local media for the first time today, and he was asked if he's feeling any pressure entering his 4th season with the Buffaloes. You'll love this answer. Take a listen.
I don't feel pressure. You know what pressure is? As a single mama, trying to make ends meet. There ain't no man in the house. And she got to be the mother, the father, the provider, the disciplinarian, and everything. This is football. I'm really good at this. I can play this. I can coach this. I can do this. And you know, if you don't believe, you don't believe. God bless you. I need that. I like that. You put me in my comfort zone there. I'd rather be booed than clapped for, applauded. Because if you start clapping too much, I'm not going to trust you.
Come on, baby. Come on, Rob. Don't make that face, Rob. What you mad about, baby? Come on. Don't do it, baby. I've been knowing you for 25 years. You're going to be out here, baby. God still love you. You can treat me like that, but God love you too, Rob. Look, I'm going to go here. I think Deion Sanders has been great for Colorado overall. And I specifically say Colorado.
When you use the term great, I have an issue.
Well, I'm saying for Colorado.
No, great is a big word.
But I'll say why. Not a single human being outside of the state of Colorado have been thinking about Colorado for I don't know how long. And for the last 4 years or so, give or take, we have had conversations about them. They actually have won some games. They've actually, for the rest of their existence,
one ranked team in 4 years.
Right.
Come on, man.
But this is why I'm saying what Deion has done. Let's even go back to Jackson State. Jackson State was 27-6 under his record. He won back-to-back SWAC titles, which is their title. So I'm not saying he won like it was a national championship, but that's all you can win is the titles of the league that you're in. And he was able to do that. All of a sudden, they're really good. Comes to Colorado, they're 1-11 the year before he gets there. The next year, they win 4 games. The next year, they win 9 games. They have a Heisman Trophy winner. They have his sons will go to the NFL. One is drafted. And all I'm saying is for Colorado, he was building momentum. Now, the man has been going through so many health issues. He had a daggone toilet on the side of the daggone sideline. So I want to see what this year looks like because he's, at least what we're being told, he's healthy and ready to rock and roll. So the only thing I can look at is that he started coaching at Jackson State, 27-6, bunch of success. Started coaching at Colorado, they were 1-11. They win 4. The next year they win 9. So I was.
What's
seeing
his record there? What's his overall record? And this is my issue. Standards are standards. For Colorado, for you to put a qualifier tells me all I need to know. Either you've done a good job or you haven't done a good job to qualify it and bring up for Colorado. No, where are all the celebrities who were on the sidelines the first year or whatever after they won a couple games? Those guys aren't there anymore. They're not doing any of that. That was a one-time, everything kind of worked out. They won their first game that people didn't expect. They played the team that was in the national championship game. TCU. So people were like, oh, wow. And then we realized that year TCU was really bad after going to the national championship game. But my point is there's a standard. And, and I don't think he's been that great at Colorado. He's been fine. He's been middle of the road. But the idea that he's like done some turnaround and miracle job and he's one of the greatest college coaches or he's done this great, use the term great. I just think that term is overused. He's done a good job. Okay, I'll say good. But he did a great job. He's under 500, 16-21. Yeah. If he didn't play, if he wasn't a Hall of Famer, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, I don't know. We would just think he's an also-ran coach who probably had one more year before they get rid of him.
And I don't disagree with any of that. That's why I said he's been great. I'll roll with you on good, but I'm saying for Colorado because the expectations at Ohio State are not the same at Colorado. The expectations at LSU are not the same at Colorado.
Yeah, but coaches get fired all the time from lesser programs, even when they're not expected to win.
Why would I fire?
I'm just saying, don't people know? But with lower expectations, don't coaches get fired?
Yes, but I'm back now to the guy Deion Sanders. Why would I fire a guy that has eyes, that has gotten recruits that we would have never gotten, that has gotten us a Heisman Trophy
winner? He got his son and another guy. That's all he got.
It doesn't
Who do he
matter.
got this year? Anybody? Anybody there?
Literally,
he's got to have another baby. He's got to have another baby and rush him to 18 years old. Come on. Who did he get? Who?
I'm telling you, they went 9-4.
Who did they get this year? I'm asking you.
I don't know the recruit, but I'm saying he brought recruits. So a team that wins 1-11, then wins 4, then wins 9. Then last year he's having big time health issues. We know.
What does that have to do with the players? Him? Was he out there?
What? What do you mean? What does that do? When your head coach ain't there, when you're building
I'm
a
asking
program,
you.
I'm answering you. That means a whole lot.
So it shouldn't count on his record. Is that what you're saying last year?
What I'm saying is this is why they committed the money to him, because of what he's done throughout the tenure thus far, not just simply last year. And I'm not saying he's the return of Nick Saban, but what I'm saying is for Colorado, which, yes, Rob, universities have much more realistic expectations of where they are.
Guys get fired all the time from lesser universities.
So are you firing Deion Sanders?
I'm just saying, I don't have the same oomph that you have, that you think that he's done. Like this 16-21. It's
at
just
Colorado,
nothing. Yeah, it's just not.
At Colorado, they are fully
Rob G,
aware
I might be wrong, but I think they beat one team that was ranked in the.
No, you're right. They are
one ranked opponent.
They're 1-6 against AP top 25.
That's all. Okay,
teams
that's what I'm saying. Like okay.
So all I'm saying is I want to see more of what he can do, and I'll even say this part to kind of what we were just saying. Can he recruit? And can he find, and I told Rob G this earlier, you've heard me say this, Rob, about other sports, other leagues, other teams. Can he find an identity? That's my new thing I want to see. Not just, do you believe, baby? And I want to see now, your top flight players are gone. You got a new class this year. Can Deion Sanders create an identity? Meaning they're a fast team, or they're high score, or they're a defensive team, or that whatever your jam is. I don't care what it is. I know what Oregon does. They put up points. I knew what Texas Tech does. They put up points. I knew what LSU does. They want to play good defense and run the ball. I want to see now, what's a Deion Sanders team like? What's the identity moving forward so that if I'm a Colorado fan or somebody watching Colorado football, knows what a Colorado football team looks like. That's what this next season is about, next 2 seasons for him, building a Deion Sanders team that we can say, Deion Sanders teams do X. That's what I want to see.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Has Deion Sanders shown to be a good coach at Colorado, or great, as Kelvin says, he's great? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. We want to hear from you. This is a radio show, not a lame podcast.
Draymond.
We want to hear from you. Call in 877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you want to hear some of the best callers in the US of A.
Quarterback tiers came out today. The Athletic Mike Stando does a great job for the show. Maybe he'll come on the show this week. We'll see.
All right.
And 50 pollsters, 21 execs, 29 coaches to anonymously give their thoughts on all the quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, they're ranked 1 through 35. So it's every starter and every quarterback who's considered to be in a QB battle. So like Atlanta has Penix and Tua included, right? Cleveland, of course, has Deshaun and Shador included. And bringing up the rear at number 35 overall, none other than Shador Sanders. All right, one of the comments, I'm going to read just 2 of them here. Anonymous executive said, quote, he's inaccurate at all 3 levels. I can't tell if he's going to be better, but there's a huge gap between him and competent quarterback play. Anonymous defensive coordinator said, I'd sleep like a baby if I got to play him every week. He's not an on-time player, can't really read through coverages, is a little bit heavy-footed. Your thoughts?
I just think they're putting extra sauce. I really do, Rob. It was bad. He would tell you he was bad. I ain't gonna sugarcoat
I don't know
it.
if he would tell you. When did he ever say he was bad last year?
I think he's wise enough to know that he said it most of the time. Remember he said I sucked. Then remember he was like I sucked. Something like that. He was like, man, I was trash. He knows it. And my only thing is, Rob, I'm not gonna sit up here and defend as if he had some amazing rookie campaign. The only thing I'm saying is the way when you read these anonymous quotes and all that, they're acting like he's had 3 or 4 seasons of this, like even 2 seasons of it. To me, He was in a terrible situation where they had 3 or 4 quarterbacks.
Blame everybody else.
No, they had 3 or 4 quarterbacks. We saw Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel. We saw him. I mean, and they didn't know what they were doing. He didn't get the starts. And the number 1 starts. To me, I would be going into this season saying, all right, there's no excuses. You're in camp. You compete against a guy who ain't been great himself in Deshaun Watson, and let's see what's up, and let's give him like this next season to see what's going on. To me, they're acting like we've seen 2-3 seasons of horrible play from him when he wasn't that bad. When he was bad, but he made some plays. When he was out there, he was able to be mobile. He was able to throw the ball down the field. So I'm not acting as if he's some top 10, top 20 quarterback. My only thing, Rob, is I feel like they're putting so much on him. When you look at the Cleveland Browns, except for Baker Mayfield for a season or 2, no one's really been able to produce. You bring in Deshaun Watson, who was an MVP candidate in Houston, he ain't been the same since.
Yeah, but he got other issues going on.
But he's played a lot, too. He played more than you think. We all think it was like 3 games, and we seen Deshaun Watson was terrible. All I'm saying is, why when other people have been bad historically, they kind of go, all right, look, especially in those situations. Didn't get the start, multiple quarterbacks. He's in Cleveland. He's got a new coach now, new system. He's locked in. Let's see what it is. Instead, they're acting like he's the laughing stock of the league when we have seen other quarterbacks be bad. Their rookie campaign, especially in bad environments. You go when you get drafted, you can't determine when you're going. And sometimes you go to horrible environments, Cleveland being one of them, the Panthers. And we've seen guys start off horribly, and they're in there. One of them is a Super Bowl champion, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, we would have never thought he'd have 2 back-to-back seasons, 14 wins, 4,000 yards, and now Super Bowl
led the league in interceptions last year, right?
Yeah, and he's a Super Bowl champion. He's got a ring on.
Thank God for that defense.
So my whole point is, and I'm sure Shedeur would love to have that kind of defense as well. So my whole point is they're putting too much on a guy when we didn't get to see the full opportunity in him. That's all I'm saying.
But we've seen this before. Josh Rosen had 1 year in Arizona, and they ran him out of there, and they drafted another quarterback in the first round, right? Mm-hmm. Kyler Murray went first overall. After having Rosen, why would you do that? They didn't even give him another chance. Mm-hmm. They gave him 1 season. So it happens with people, and my thing with Shedeur is I don't know what you were watching. I mean, he was bad last year. I don't know how anybody I don't think they're picking on him. He was bad. He didn't play well enough. It was like the worst, right, Rob G? What was it? The worst starting quarterback numbers historically.
I keep these stats in a special folder because I know Rob's going to go to them at least once every 6-7 weeks.
Rob G, can I get those stats for Shedeur?
Here's funny. Kelvin texted me, Rob G, can you give me some good Shedeur numbers? I was like, oh, that's going to be tough.
You were like, I can't do that. Right.
But, I can't stand either one of y'all.
I'm not a miracle worker.
But here are the numbers you're talking about, Rob. Of the 36 quarterbacks with at least 200 passing attempts last season, Shedeur Sanders was last in completion percentage, passer rating, adjusted yards per attempt, and adjusted net yards per attempt. He was also second to last in interception rate. In fact, his 10 picks over the last 8 weeks were an NFL high over that span.
Those are, you can't blame everything on because you're not having success the same way that if he played well, you wouldn't be going, well, but he didn't have any receivers. Oh, he didn't have an offense. No, you would be like, look at him excel, right, in the circumstance or situation he's in.
Facts alive. Facts alive. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Foul or fair? Foul with J.R. Gamble coming up here.
Foul.
In about 5 minutes or so. Make sure you stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app. Catch us all and your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets. That way we're always going to jump up, be right there at the top of the screen. You don't have to search for us. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. Take a few calls. Deion Sanders, some big-time money over there in Colorado. He's doing a bad job, good job, great job. Where is he at?
All right, James in Detroit. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, James?
Hey, Rob. Kelvin is doing the same thing he did last night with Shador. You got to give him a chance. He had 3 years.
Yep.
Didn't win nothing. He ain't beat nobody. And he was wrong about the HBCU. He never won the Black National Championship. He won their division. They actually won the championship after he left with another coach, a whole other team, but don't nobody say nothing about that.
There you go. There you go.
The man is all
Wait, how was I
right.
wrong when I literally said he won the SWAC? That's what I said. It's
You
verbatim
said
what I
that's
said.
whack, but you said that's all he could have won. No, he could have won the Black National
No, I
Championship.
said I'm not making it like he won the national championship. That's verbatim what I said.
Twice he lost, Kelvin. He lost both times. My man won the next year when he left. Nobody give him say nothing about that. Come on, man. He just ain't it. He's all hype. He's all hype.
Hey, so no, hold on. So they win one game. They're 1-11. They win 4. That's an improvement. They win 9. That's a 5-game improvement. So that's doing
then
nothing.
They lost. Then they won 4 the next year.
Right.
They went backwards.
And so at a school that won 4 the year before, 4 the year before,
No
5 the year before,
matter
4 the year before.
It wasn't even the same team, so that ain't even a valid argument. You brought a whole new team with you. That team you brought didn't win one game.
Exactly. It's not the same
Wait, what are you
team.
talking about that team? It doesn't matter.
He didn't take over a 1-11 program. The team that won 1-11, he got rid of all those players and brought his own players in.
Right, and they won 4, Rob. So you can get hype about that, and they won 4, and then they went to 9.
The way that Indiana did it. Indiana, they changed out all their players and won a national championship.
And they
That's
went
what they
from
did.
4. You're making my point.
No,
so they
no,
went
I'm
from
not.
4 with his.
No,
they
you
went from
keep
4
bringing
to
up
his
one
to 9.
No, but you bring up the point that he was 1-11. Those
Exactly.
Those
And he
weren't
went
the
to
same
4,
kids.
then he went to 9.
No, those
and the
weren't
same
the same
kids went to 9. You're not making any sense.
No, they won
the
4
same kids
games
went
is
to
what they did. Hit the
and
kids
what
he
did the
brought in.
And what did the
did he
kids
do the next year? He he's
won 9.
under 500.
That's fine.
He's 16, and you just brought up he's 1-6 against ranked opponents.
Right, and I'm saying you're not taking into account where he's doing
No,
this at.
I'm just not making excuses.
That's all I'm saying.
Juan in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Juan?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Good, good.
What up?
What's up, man? So, I hear what Kelvin, what you're saying about Deion, man, but homie's just living on his name, bro. And I know you're saying that, that his record got better every year, and maybe he got players because he's Coach Prime, but that only goes so far. And I tell you what, man, he's kind of doing, to me, it's almost like a guy going to Floyd Mayweather to teach him how to box. But just because Floyd could do it doesn't mean he's good at teaching or coaching. And I just don't understand the hype on Coach Prime, man. Or am I missing something here?
No, you're not missing anything. I mean, he was a great player. He's in the Hall of Fame. He played Major League Baseball. He was a tremendous athlete. And no one's taking anything away. I don't think he's done a great job at Colorado.
That's fair.
That's what you
fair.
said.
I told you.
I just said I don't
and I
agree
said that's
with that.
fair.
Okay.
If you said he did a good job, I told you I'll meet you there. And I'm okay with that. You said he did a good job.
You said he did a great job. That's what you said.
Right. I'll meet you at good. I'm okay with that.
Leo in New York City. New York City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports
Where
Radio.
Leo been?
Man, I've been listening all the time. I've been laying low, moving slow.
He's just waiting for it to pounce on me whenever
the NBA season.
Yeah, whenever. Yeah,
on
he's
that.
just waiting on that.
No. Well, I'm letting you leave because I know you owe me wings, but you're over there buying wings for everybody, acting like you don't owe me anything. But I'm letting you leave right now.
No, I'm gonna bring. I'm
Would
gonna
you
get
owe him too?
I owe you wings. How many wings we owe, Bet? 10?
10, yes, 10 because
All right.
Dang,
The
Rob,
next
this
time
be
I'm
your
in New
wing
York,
summer.
Leo, there you go.
Okay, all right, I got you. No, for Coach Prime, I feel like I agree with Rob, and I agree with the previous callers. We don't really know what the hype is about, but at the same time, I feel like in high school, in HBCU, even in Colorado, he had to coach his son. So I feel like he can like cater to Shador because you can't have your son as a quarterback and like run the ball or throw 15 times. So now that Shador is no longer there, I feel like we have to see who Coach Prime is, his identity as a coach. Because now you have to coach freely. Now you can, create your own identity for your team. You don't have to like highlight your son as a quarterback. So I feel like
I'm cool with that, Leo. That's a fair point. I think that's what I was saying. This is now for his chance to show his identity. I agree with that. I definitely feel you on that. All right, Leo, good to hear for you. Dang, Rob, I mean, you out here, you might as well start your wing shop at this point, Rob. You out here with all these wings, man. On the way, foul or fair with JR Gamble. We'll do that right now. Monty Bolaños is going to get you updated. Hey, Monty.
Hi, guys. I was barely listening to you at the end here because this WNBA game between the Fever and the Aces
you just
was
wanted to see
exciting.
Caitlin Clark make the turnover. And then, right? Is that what happened?
I just wanted to watch the game.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to watch the game. And I saw Chelsea Gray hit a 3 to send it to overtime, and she just hit a 3 to win it for Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
86
After the turnover,
to 84.
the big turnover, right?
Yeah, she also had the rebound. She also hit the go-ahead layup. So you saw the turnover. You didn't see the go-ahead layup
well,
that
because
Caitlin Clark did.
had the ball, and she was,
right.
I don't know what she was doing.
No, she had the ball, and Asia Wilson was on her, and she slapped it out of her when she was trying to pass it to, I don't know,
you already
Aliyah
hear
Boston.
the headlines next tomorrow,
Oh, yeah,
Monty.
absolutely.
Caitlin Clark ain't this.
Ain't
Caitlin
this.
Clark ain't,
but
yeah.
the play right before that to put them up was Caitlin Clark doing a layup. So you got to watch the whole game, Rob. You can't just watch that one
I only
play.
watched the turnover.
Yeah, there you go.
I was just
exactly. At least you admit
Monty,
it. Huh?
I saw his face. Look at me. Can you see me, Monty? Or no, I don't know. If
I
you can
can't see you.
All right. Well, to see him, like his eyes moving and his head moving, looking at it, I thought Aaron Judge was up. I said, did he come back early? So I was happy to see him all into
I
his
had no choice but to see it because it's in front of me. I don't know why the WNBA is even on. But,
shout out to you, Alex. You're the real one. You're the real MVP,
one right there.
Putting that on the TV, making them watch it.
Asia Wilson ended with 26 points and 13 rebounds. She was 10 of 25 from the field. Kelsey Mitchell was the leading scorer for Indiana with 28 points. She was 10 of 18 from the field. Caitlin Clark, 20 points, 8 assists, and 8 turnovers in the loss. The NFL game, the preseason Hall of Fame game between the Panthers and the Cardinals, is tied at 17 at the half. Carson Beck has had some nice throws for Arizona. He is 11 of 14 for 148 yards and a touchdown. Carolina put in Haynes King in at quarterback. I believe he was a Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. He was 11 of 17 for 94 yards and a touchdown for the Panthers again. This is a tied game. Other NFL news, Jahmyr Gibbs is officially the highest paid running back in NFL history. He and the Lions agreed to a 3-year extension worth up to $75.75 million. The Colts and running back Jonathan Taylor agreed to a 2-year extension that could be worth up to $47 million. And today at their, spring training, at their practice, at their training camp practice, they gave all the fans in attendance beer. They announced the extension, and then they gave everybody beer. That's how you should do it. When it comes to baseball.
Wait a minute, who gave out beer?
The Colts. Everybody. Like, what's the name of the owner? I forgot. Carly? Is she the name of the owner? One of the owners introduced or said to the fans that Jonathan Taylor signed his extension, and then he took over the mic, and he's like, and we love you, we appreciate you, and we want you all to have free beer. So they gave everybody free beer at today's practice. In baseball, the Red Sox have won 7 in a row. Right now, they're losing at home to the White Sox 7-6, bottom of the 7th inning. Underway right now. Royals lead the Twins 3-1, bottom of the 7th, and the rain delay no longer a thing in Atlanta, so they're back in action. Braves still on top of the Marlins 2-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Atlanta has also won 7 in a row. Back to you guys.
Monty, have a great night.
Yes, you too.
Who's that on your shirt? Was that?
It's Herbert.
Was it Herbert?
My quarterback.
It's my quarterback.
It's my quarterback, canoodling with his girl. He's in love. He's in love.
You know what happened, Monty and Rob?
What?
They listened to the Odd Couple and they heard Rob's escapades, and then they got a little closer.
They're one night at training camp.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. One night at training camp.
I like that, Monty. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Odd Couple on a TV thing on Thursday. Hey, him and Rob the same height. Alex, they're both 6'4", 6'5". Yeah,
Madison's pretty tall.
And let's get to it now. It is time for Foul or fair with J.R. Gamble.
That ball is. It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
That's right, foul or fair with the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio, a segment we go around the diamond to discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball, nor do so properly without being a real expert. A man who is convinced that if he switched sports, Shedeur Sanders would be the Tarek Skubal of Major League Baseball. None other.
That's right, baby.
Than J.R. Gamble. What's up, man?
You know it. I mean, dang, all the love Justin Herbert gets for winning nothing, but they kill Shedeur, man.
Come on!
He was just drafted by the wrong year, I guess. I don't know. But let's get back to baseball.
JR, I knew I liked you. Despite your uncle, I knew I liked you.
All right, guys, I got 3 baseball topics, and because JR is the star of the segment, he gets the first crack at every single one, so let's get to it.
Let's go.
Journeyman Mets reliever Jeffrey Yan got booed hard on Wednesday night for dancing after each strikeout he earned. There were 2 of them. Now, Yan's been doing this his entire career, in fairness, even in the minors. But the Guardians fans still were not happy about it. Here's the question. Foul or fair to say Yan should stop all that dancing on the mound?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
I mean, if he can take it like he can dish it, right, then he should keep showing as much emotion that's allowed. This is what got him here. Clearly, as you mentioned, he's been doing this for a while now, so it's part of his routine of success. He's not showing anybody up or pointing them out or taunting them. He shows extreme emotion and excitement, and to tell you the truth, we've always had some quirky guys, right, Rob? Over-the-top pitchers, some fiery guys who showed a little bit more emotion than other guys, so he's already like a villain and incites emotion in fans. I love it. That's what sports is all about, man.
I say it's fair to credit fair.
It's a fair ball.
I like emotion too, but not for every strikeout. I'm sorry. You get out of a big inning, you get out of a jam. I'm cool with that. A pitcher can't be doing that after every strikeout. I just think that's a little bit extreme, and no wonder he's been a journeyman, but. Kelvin, I just think that's too much.
I hate that I agree with Rob. Dang it, it's fair.
It's a fair ball.
It's because, dude, JR, I love some swag. I love a little flair. But every single strikeout,
right.
And let's say you start 30, I'm more like, aren't you tired? What if you get 10 strikeouts and I'm tired? What if you jump on the mound and twist your ankle? Like, just relax a little bit. A big one, crunch moment.
Yes.
They got 2 or 3 on, and you're thinking, how did I get out the jam? You did. Come on now, JR. Every single time. and last point, it lose a little bit of the preciousness of it when you do it all the time. Come on now, JR. You pull that one move on her when every now and again on her anniversary or the birthday. You can't do it all the time.
All right, question number 2. Mariners reliever Gabe Spire and manager Dan Wilson were both suspended. 1 game for Wilson, 3 for Spire, after the umps determined that the hit-by pitch on Gleyber Torres was intentional. Of course it was. Guys, retaliation pitches are as old as the sport itself. So is it foul or fair to say the MLB overreacted to this one?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
I mean, I'm an old school guy, but we know baseball's been moving away from this, right? The retaliation pitches and cracking down on them for some years now. So a new generation of baseball fans honestly don't think there's any place in the game for this. But someone such as myself would say, I'll leave that up to the teams, the police, as long as nobody's seriously injured. The pitch is executed properly. I don't have a huge problem with it. You can't tell me drama like that doesn't make the game, more exciting and desirable to watch. It breaks up the monotony of a baseball game, especially in early August. These things happen. But if baseball's gatekeepers think it's over the line, they're going to suspend people. So make sure it's worth it when you do it. That's what I say.
Rob G, I thought I wanted to say foul, but I wasn't sure what.
Foul or fair to say baseball overreacted to this one with the suspension?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
They didn't overreact. It's just not done anymore. It's a different game. This is Bob Gibson's not pitching anymore, and Don Drysdale and those guys who used to throw at people and all that. That stuff is all long gone. So this is in line with where baseball is now.
Mm-hmm. It's foul.
That is a foul ball.
Yeah, I just think, like you say, it's not needed anymore, and it happens in every sport, right? In football, you were Ronnie Lott them taking guys' heads off, and now it's, hey, you can hit them hard, but we ain't got to go that crazy.
Exactly.
NBA in the 70s, it was knuck if you buck. They were fighting every 2 minutes, and we still want physicality. We don't mind a fight here or there, but a fight every night? And so there's a point when the game has to change
even in
a little
hockey,
bit.
you remember when they used to beat the crap out of each other? They even stopped the fighting in hockey.
Yeah, and they walked around. They stayed with some fake teeth.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's just, calm it down a little bit.
All right, last one, Fowler Fair. JR Gamble sitting in with the odd couple. MLB.com released their projected Dodgers playoff roster on Thursday. They believe the rotation will be Yamamoto, Skubal, Snell, and Ohtani, with Glass now.
What's that?
Got echoes of Rob in my ear. YouTube going crazy over here. Glass now, Sasaki, and Robleski moving to the pen. Now, guys, given his recent injury history, foul or fair to say the Dodgers should not, NOT, count on Ohtani to be a starting pitcher in the playoffs?
Fair.
It's a fair ball.
I told you, if we go back to the beginning of the season, that it was a bad idea to have Ohtani ever pitch again. So everybody was so excited to see it, but he's shown that when he pitches, he's more susceptible to injury. And after a 50-50 season, the only one in history, I thought the Dodgers were idiots to have him ever pitch again. So, no, I wouldn't count on him. You need him in the lineup healthy as a hitter. Isn't that why you signed Skubal and all those other guys? So isn't that why you stacked your pitchers? Ohtani isn't pitching in the playoffs, nor should he. If he's serious, he'll stop pitching altogether and just have another 50-50 season. The Dodgers don't need him getting hurt trying to prove a point. So, no, they have enough. Why?
It's fair, but
it's a fair ball.
But there's no way the Dodgers aren't going to include him because that's what he wants. Kelvin, you know this. He wants to do it, and he's going to be. They're not going to deny him. And he still hasn't won a World Series game. He only was, I think, 0-2 last year and didn't pitch the year before. So there's all this other stuff that he wants. There's no doubt that he wants a chance. You know what I mean? To win and pitch in the playoffs.
Fair. He's going to absolutely.
It's a fair ball.
The thing, JR, I'll say, Rob touched on it. A lot of this isn't just, well, what's best for us or that. He actually, it's part of I guarantee when they had some conversations in the beginning, he was like, look, these are the expectations. I'm going to roll with the team. I'm a team guy, but I'm coming to pitch. That's part of my identity. And so I think he absolutely can put him in there.
But if he's hurt, he can.
No. I know. They're just saying if he's healthy.
Project, if he's healthy enough, and he's not going to be 100%, guys, 162 plus playoffs, right? Come on. So, but I think if he's healthy enough, he's going to pitch, and I think they'll hope for that. They don't need to pitch him a lot. Maybe you give him start 4 inning, 3-4 in a playoff game, offensive role, and get him out.
That's Fowler Fair.
Thank you.
Cool.
And that is Father Fair, JR.
And stay off my Twitter with that Shador slander, okay? Stay off my Twitter.
You're slandering a guy that's going to be a great starter for somebody one day. I'm shocked. Your level of expertise that you would have this take on Shador, man. I'm hurt almost.
JR, just text me, man. Just get my number for me.
Y'all go ahead.
I got to start talking to Kelvin for real, man, because I don't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tricky. Go ahead. Preach to the choir. You guys can have a nice little party.
Oh, snap. Appreciate you, bro.
Later.
No doubt. Last call, Rob, already. 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox.
It feels like we did 4 hours and it went by fast.
I'm not dealing with you. That's your third. Every hour, you hit us with one. Every hour, you hit us with one. Stick with us, Fox Sports Radio. We got one more hour according to Rob.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance.
Your call's important to us.
Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
Rob G, with the LeBron announcement, there was also some pushback on one Mr. Charles Barkley.
It sure was terrible.
Terrible, and really bad. No, Charles Barkley, friend of the show. On Friday, after the LeBron news broke that he was taking his talents to the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year veteran minimums contract, jumped on with Stephen A. Smith, another friend of the show, to discuss his biggest issue with the Kings' latest decision. Take a listen.
Well, I think number one, it would be incredible. But the number one knock on LeBron for older guys like myself has always been, yo, man, you always stacking your team. He stacked it in Miami. He stacked it in Cleveland. He stacked it in L.A. Now he's stacking it in Philly. So that, to me, I'm going to still have the same criticism I've always had. He's always stacked his team.
My only thing about this, like, I'm not going to act like his teams haven't had some talent, but, Rob, you've been covering the league for years. Every team that wins historically has had a bunch of talent. And I look at it like this. When you talk about, I brought up earlier, we were having a conversation about, you look at Magic Johnson. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had won in Milwaukee, but then it was struggling, winning, playing very well himself. But then he gets Magic, and then they eventually will get James Worthy, and they would go on a run and win some more rings. You get Bird, who ends up on the Celtics, one of the iconic teams of the NBA. You get Kevin McHale, you get Robert Parrish. You have, of course, Red Auerbach doing great things, and all of a sudden you're winning, and you kind of create the history and the legend of Larry Bird. And my thing is, when I look at what LeBron coming into the league, Cleveland obviously had the number one pick for a reason. They were bad, and they would continue to get bad. They didn't have pieces around them. And then as we start to yell, well, you ain't got no rings, you ain't nothing. So I admit, going to Miami was where he said, hey, let's go form a team right there. Me, you, Wade, and Bosh, whatever, let's go form this team. But after that, I do think we're overselling the idea to stack team. You go back to a Cleveland team, which a young Kyrie, who they weren't doing anything, and Kevin Love.
Kyrie was his first overall pick. Come on, man. That's not making.
And they weren't winning. No, I'm not.
If they didn't have Kyrie, he wouldn't have gone back to Cleveland.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying, but the idea that he's just going on like the difference between a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went to a team that already won a championship, a team that already was
They had a
Kyrie's
young team
shot
here
away.
in L.A. with a lot of young pieces, and LeBron.
Wait, how was that stacked though? I'm really asking.
But he didn't wait. He wanted to go get that. Let's go get Anthony Davis. Let's go do this. Let's go do that.
Right. And
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is he made some moves to get a better team, but I'm saying too, coming into it where everybody doesn't have the luxury. Kobe Bryant was, let's just say, drafted by the Lakers. We know it was Charlotte they traded, but basically drafted by the Lakers. You have Shaq already there. Within a couple years, Phil Jackson, and then they start to build around. And you guys have an amazing team, and I'm just simply saying everybody doesn't come into an ideal situation, Tim Duncan. I come in, you got David Admiral, then you all of a sudden got
But he had the Admiral there. Very seldom do you have a player of that ilk and you get the number one pick.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. LeBron didn't walk into that. He walked in to go dragging a team to the finals with Boobie Gibson.
Stop. They won. Rob G, can you look how many games they won that year? Can you stop? They make it like the team was. They won 60 games.
Have you heard Boobie himself talk about it?
Yes.
He said himself. I don't know how this man dragged us there.
How they won 60 games? How they won 60 games?
His name is LeBron James?
No, well, so what? So he won 60. Would you have if they had won that championship, would you have not counted it because they weren't that good?
No, I would have. It would have been an extreme example of how great he was.
It's just ridiculous.
At 22
the idea
years old.
They got to the finals, they got swept, and you got to come up with a reason.
No, I'm saying the 22-year-old dragged that team. Come on, Rob. That team wasn't. That team was not a great team.
Does it count as a loss or not?
Yes, absolutely. But what I'm saying is the idea, and then for specifically Charles Barkley too. Charles Barkley, again, you come in to Philly with Dr. J, with Moses Malone, with guys on your team. Y'all don't, produce. Obviously, you don't win. They had won in 83. They don't win with you. Then you go to Phoenix, where, again, they have Kevin Johnson. They have Dan Marley. They have a bunch of other great pieces around there. You have an MVP season. You get to finals. You run into Mike. Then you go to Houston, where they had already won a couple. You said, let me jump on there and see if I can go get me a ring.
That wasn't the same.
But I'm saying he did the same thing at a younger age and still prime. So the idea that what was LeBron supposed to do? Go play with the Utah Jazz? Like, I'm going to go play with a good team.
Play for the Utah Jazz is that this has been LeBron's MO, is that whenever he loses, he doesn't have enough. This has been the whole thing. Oh, LeBron's got to go, but you got to go get him players. It's not fair to have him play without whatever. The Lakers, if he would have come here with the young guys that they had, and they had some really good young players, right? They could have kept. I remember when Kyle Kuzma was on the do not trade list. And who else am I thinking who went to Toronto?
Well, they had Jordan Clarkson, they had Brandon Ingram, they had
Right, Brandon Ingram is the one I'm
what's
thinking
your boy
about.
Lonzo?
Right, they had this was supposed to be this team. They're going to develop. They finally got some young players. LeBron comes right away after they don't make the play. He don't want to be here. He don't want to wait for anybody to develop. Where everybody knows your name.
Rob and Kelvin.
And you're always glad you came.
It's the odd couple.
We're all the same.
Everybody knows. One more time.
People all the same. Everybody knows your name.
It's the odd couple. Rob and Kelvin. Bloom.
Wraps up another TV theme song Thursday. It doesn't get better than that. Excellence in broadcasting. That's a radio show.
Draymond.
This ain't a lame podcast. This is a real radio show.
Hey, by the way, Rob G, you know how I always tell Rob when we go to Super Bowls, I'm like, you say all this stuff, and now I got to be in them streets with you in case he goes down. Boy, I tell you, NABJ, you taking a lot of shots at all these athletes and pods. We're going to be walking around there. Hey, you know I listen to y'all show, right? We going to be like, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Why you always got to be coming down on those athletes in our pods? You know they're going to be like, one that, get at us, boy.
It's all right. All right. Speaking of the Super Bowl.
Push-ups real quick. All right, let's get
Go ahead.
Well, last call. That's all I was going to say, yeah.
Okay. MJ in New Orleans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? To my Beignet brothers.
You know it. What up, bro?
What up, what up? Hey, I have a bone to pick with Professor Robert Jedediah Parker. Half handicapping with Checklist City. when he never put something down on it. And he rolled the mileage back on his pickings. Especially when he quotes Patrick James Riley. Therefore, I have to ask, are you all in or out?
I'm in. And I don't roll back. That's Elijah makes me roll it back.
Oh, okay.
Elijah's like, we need to restart it for football season.
Right. We both old school, Calvin, we old school. That's called juking the stats and numbers. Come on, Rob. Are you all in?
I'm all in. Football season, we'll get back at it. We'll put some money on it. We'll keep a money total. I'm gonna start with $1,000, and then we'll see where we go, Kelvin. I'm gonna start with $1,000.
I respect that.
Football season.
Okay, I respect it. All right. Appreciate him as always on the last call. Shout out to MJ, one of our Beignet brothers out there in New Orleans when we got a chance to hang out with him. By the way, that's always cool. We get to meet some of our listeners, man, who get to call in on the show all the time. By the way, if you miss any of the pod, you can always check it out.
Oh, we got
Just
a podcast?
Search The Odd Couple wherever you. Yeah, we got a podcast too. You can check out the pod. Rated 5 stars. Give us a great review. Subscribe, pass it along, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your pod, and you'll find it. Rob G's going to get a best-of version, a full version, all that good stuff.
And I'm just going to say, tomorrow we have a major announcement coming tomorrow. That's all I'm going to tease. Tomorrow, a major announcement.
Oh, God.
I don't even know it announced. All right, so I'm going to be learning it when y'all learn it, I'll learn it.
You'll learn it as well, everybody.
Yeah. There you have it. We out. And if you don't listen to The Odd Couple tomorrow, this is for you.
Ow. Ow.